We have a guest that shouldn't be here.
I am getting horny already. Darling.
How do you feel?
Darling.
Yeah, it's
I
not the
didn't want
language.
to say anything, but she's so proud to have me in her life.
That's exactly what I was thinking when we met. Oh my god, my dreams came true.
Hey, but she
You know,
has-
his old Instagram had all of the flags of the countries he's been to. And I'm like, what a show off.
He got a show off.
I really want to go to Rio, actually. Rio is my, like,
Da boca não pode não pica.
large meal. Every time he's eating this burger, I just look at his face and he just looks like it's the most amazing thing he's ever
But it's
laid
Macca's.
eyes on. I'm like, I wish you looked at me the way you look at this burger. Imagine me taking your mum out for like...
Right, your mom, she doesn't
shopping
speak in
day.
English. I can
we're
guess.
just all
My mom, she doesn't even
smiling
speak
at each other.
Portuguese. But first of all, I wanna show her like a bit of Brazil, about where I
wanna
come
travel.
from, and
I brought you guys here to talk about many other things, but no relationship issues.
Yes.
Alright.
Oh, yeah.
very good.
Alô você.
Alô você, mano.
You start. I'm eating, bro. Sorry. You started.
Can I start it? So, what's up, guys? How's it going? Another SeiLá Podcast. That time, I'm going to speak in English again.
Again, the second one.
With two good guesses today. Like, the best ones, to be honest, to start.
We have a guest that shouldn't be here.
I'm looking at you.
But he's really welcome.
I am getting horny already.
But he's really welcome.
Cut.
I gotta cut the shit. So yeah, we have Emily here.
How's it going, guys?
Yeah, amazing. How you doing?
How you doing?
So Emily, she's an Aussie, and well, she's the first Aussie we bring here to the podcast. So I'm really proud of everyone
Thanks
here.
for having me, guys.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming and
Amazing.
talk with four fucking Brazilians.
I'm in trouble.
I'm in a big trouble. So how do you feel like having three Brazilians talking to you with the shit as English ever?
It's really
getting
difficult to
better.
debatable, but
Debatable.
I think three of you speak pretty well, and the other one has a bit of work to do, but we'll get there.
But it's not because of the language. It's because of his brain, bro. He got to think a little bit before
Well,
he speaks.
he usually says that it's me. Like, I
Guys.
can't understand you because you're just too difficult to
Guys.
understand. And he thinks he's improving
No,
my
we're
English.
Brazilians. When he speaks in Portuguese, we cannot understand him as well.
Yeah.
I just think it's him. It's not the
It's not 'cause
language.
of- yeah, it's
I
not the
didn't want
language.
to say anything, but she's so proud to have me in her life.
You're not proud of it. She's proud of it. She's like, all I want in my life is a Brazilian to come
Yeah.
and talk.
That's exactly what I was thinking when we met. Oh my god, my dreams came true.
She told me many times, Augusto, I wish I was Brazil for that. You need to was born again. Sorry.
I'm getting there.
Could have won again. No, and your name actually is not Emily, by the way. Your name is Darling, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that's what I think it is. That's all I get called.
But why? Like, why Darling every time, buddy?
He calls everyone darling. It's not just me. Even my daddy calls darling.
Honestly, that-
Your dad. Why? It's new. I was not expecting it.
I call you also Emily Surt. Explain to them
Oh.
what does it mean, Surt or Surt or
Okay.
Sirt or whatever you call it.
Fucking hell.
It's a Swedish name, isn't it?
Wow, you put no effort into that at all.
Oh my god, bro.
Okay.
You don't know his name? Or
No,
what?
actually, Emily O'Neill Sinead. Or Emily Sinead O'Neill.
You don't even know my name.
No.
After like over a year together.
Someone's getting in, girl, guys. Okay. Change.
Yeah. Actually, hey guys, all right. I brought you guys here to talk about many other things, but no,
Not
but
my
no,
name.
the relationship issues.
Yes.
Right? And
Counseling session.
so, right, Emily. So it's the first time you're coming here. Do you want to introduce yourself a
Yes.
little bit? Like who? I remember it was quite hard to have you here because of your uni, because of
Yeah.
your work as well. You've been quite busy.
Busy.
Yeah, but nearly done. She's almost done. Yeah,
About to graduate.
University.
Are you
5
about to
years.
graduate?
Yeah, I'll be done by June.
What are you actually cursing now?
Sorry?
What are you doing for uni?
Yeah, what are we studying?
I'm studying law and criminology. So
Oh my god.
it's been a
Sounds fancy.
long degree, but hey,
How-
I'm happy.
Like how long?
How
5
many years?
5 years.
5 years.
Oh my god.
5
years.
years.
It's a lot.
And then when are you gonna graduate, darling?
Oh,
My love.
darling. See, guys,
Try to back up to it. Sorry.
I will be graduating in July. I don't know if I'll be graduating online because of COVID, But yeah.
Fuck, true.
Imagine 5 years of studying and then you have to graduate online.
Oh my
It's like a
God.
slap in the face.
Oh my God, I remember. I have a friends in Brazil. They graduated. They were graduating last year,
Yeah.
and they were like FaceTiming the teachers, and like, hey, congratulations. They were like, yeah. But like, bro, it's not the same thing. You gotta be in the place, in the proper place. You know, like.
With everyone else that's
With everyone
graduating
else.
with you.
Yes,
And
yes.
actually, I feel sorry for her because she has put in a lot of effort into it, and then so it looks like she's gonna graduate online. So, but well, at
least
you're
I'm
gonna-
graduating.
Yeah, exactly.
Is
So,
it what?
At least I'm graduating.
Yeah, at least you
Yes.
graduated.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you about to finish this year, right? You're gonna end
I'll
this
be
year.
finished this year. I'm actually starting my placement tomorrow, but that's online as well.
yeah,
What is the placement? What is the placement?
Yeah, what is the
Like
placement?
SPLT,
So basically, it's what I'm meant to be doing after I graduate. It's a practical training component, but it's all online because of COVID. So it's a bunch of lectures and sit-ins, 9 to 5, Monday to Friday.
But what's the point? It's not even Corona is not even bad here anymore. Like,
Yeah, I know.
but they still
Yeah.
want to avoid.
Yeah, that's what I was telling her before because it looks like all the nightclubs, things like that's gonna be like opening very soon, and then like,
They open already.
Yeah,
like
once
you have
they're
a 50 people
Exactly.
limit, I
But
think.
the weird thing is, like, there was no dancing. I don't know if it's changed now, but there was no dancing, no standing around, no like loitering. But you could go to a dance club, but you have to wear like masks on public transport, whereas everywhere else
And
now.
when you go to parties, all right.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
can
you can
stand up. You can stand
and
around. Yeah.
now you can
It does
dance.
not
Dance,
make
grabbing
sense
your
at all.
beard. Like what the fuck, bro? Like what the fuck? Wow. And today I saw a video on YouTube. Not on YouTube, but actually was Instagram in Brazil. This guy has a gym, a huge fuck.
how you call it?
Yeah, a huge warehouse, like
A
a kind of
warehouse?
warehouse, like a
Yeah.
huge one,
Right.
with a gym inside.
Oh wow,
Right.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and the police went there, and they were like, "You can't stay here." And it was like, "I'm the owner. I'm by myself here, training on my gym. Like, why? I'm not supposed to be here." Like,
so
it's not-
basically what
He owns the place.
He owns the place. He owns the business. But like they were saying, as he's a commercial place, you cannot stay here.
Yeah.
And he was like, "It's my gym. Why you?" And
What was
like
he meant to
now he got a
do?
pay fine. He got a pay fine for it. Like
Yeah.
what's going on? What's going on? And everything's doing well. There's no corona anymore. And in Brazil, is like
I
on
heard
fire.
Brazil. Actually, I heard Brazil was pretty bad. I heard Brazil was
more than 3,000 people die in a day. More than 3,000
Every
people die in a day.
Actually,
Yeah.
I was talking.
And
to
our
Guto.
president don't give a fuck for it anymore.
Yeah.
Like
It's called corruption, and like I know Guto's friends all
stupidity.
have. Yeah, I know a few people now that I've met that
Yeah,
have corona, and they're
yeah.
in Brazil. And
Actually, I told her like Brazil like has a lot of things like good things in terms of like beaches or even sightseeing, But like we gotta be honest that like the politicians got a lot of things like that. It's not that bad. Like it's not as good as in Australia, So I told her like
can't even
yeah,
compare it.
a lot of corruption and stuff like that, but other things like that's why I cannot wait to take her to Brazil.
But bro, I think the problem is not even corruption is the less problem. Like we don't really have corruption is not the biggest. No, sorry, corruption is
Yeah.
not the biggest problem. I think the biggest problem is like the principles we face. The president principles. Like he wants to do things that he wasn't supposed to be doing. He doesn't want to vaccinate people because he's against the vaccine, and he's
your president's against the vaccine.
a lot.
Yes.
Really?
Like completely against. That's why we're facing this problem. And we have
Wow.
private companies that have to buy the vaccines by themselves to, vaccine people. So now we are facing the problem with 100,000 people being vaccinated a day, and any other country is like 2 million people a day, and we have
Yeah.
220 million people in Brazil.
Yeah, actually the population is so huge, and
And that's why the
it's pretty
problem
hard-
is so high.
it's pretty
Yeah.
hard to manage actually. But
And also, when
Yeah.
you give the power to one person and you don't have a democratic voice and you don't have,
Yeah.
elections which aren't rigged, then you have.
She knows
an
more than me,
author-
bro. Yeah.
Yeah, you have an authoritarian government. You don't have free elections, and it just.
But like, in saying that, like, once everything's over, I cannot wait to take her to Brazil and then show her like the best of our country. As
You
like-
will love, by the way.
Yeah,
I cannot wait to see. I've
Really?
seen so many photos and videos, and I've heard so many stories.
Where do you want to go?
I really want to go to Rio. Actually, Rio is that would be the top of my list. And
Why real?
Rio.
I just heard so many good things. The beaches, like the sort of laid back party sort of vibe. I really want to go to certain Asia.
South Asia. What did I say?
Whereabouts? Sorry.
Is it certain Asia?
No, Jalapão.
Jalapão.
That too, that place.
No. She's trying to say something else.
Certain Asia, is it?
Sertanejo.
Sertanejo is the song genre. But
Sertanejo.
no. She's talking about a
girl.
place. She has a place in her mind she wants to go. Where is the place?
No, she said sertanejo.
Sertanejo, bro. She's
But
making a
Sertanejo is not a city.
Yeah, no, she's making a confusion. That's it.
Yeah, so sertanejo that is like is that just type
It's a kind of song.
song,
A genre of song.
A genre of song.
Ah.
So it's George Matheus like.
No, I was thinking,
What do you think of? My
where
love?
did Jonathan and Salva go?
Rio?
No, it
Salvador.
Carnival,
Salvador.
Carnival.
Bahia.
Carnival.
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 Yeah, it's happened only in February, so maybe we think of going.
I was on the right track. Carnival, I mean, songs, yeah. I'm sort of,
You were
I'm
there.
getting there.
Yeah.
But I wanna take her like to like Rio or actually that's why I asked you the other day, which place do you recommend? Because I haven't traveled much in Brazil, you know. So
Oh, yeah.
We were even thinking about going somewhere else, like Peru or because you haven't been anywhere else.
Yeah,
You've only
just
been in
only
Brazil.
pretty much overseas, yeah. So
Even another state.
only overseas, yeah.
What can I do?
What
can I do?
You know?
Sorry if I can supply.
He knows 12 countries around the world, but he doesn't know Brazil.
Hey, but she
You know,
has-
his old Instagram had all of the flags of the countries he's been to. And I'm like, what a show off.
He gotta show off. He gotta show off. He gotta show off.
But she has been to many countries as well, actually.
Really?
Yeah, where have you been?
Mainly Europe, actually. But last holiday I had was in Bali with my mum. That was actually really, really fun.
Oh,
We went for a
my
week.
dream. I wanna go. Really?
It was actually, you know what? It's a really, you got to be careful where you go. Like, you go to Ubud, which is kind of out of the party area, and there's a lot of waterfalls. Like, it's very spiritual. The people are beautiful.
But why I gotta be aware?
Maybe
aware
because
of what?
people are like you.
Is that dangerous? Or?
It's very easy to get
the
robbed.
locals can be quite dangerous, actually.
Really? Why? What will happen?
There's a lot of like muggings, and there's a lot of like there's no respect for women like at all. Like if you're a tourist, people easily like if you wouldn't want to be walking anywhere on your own, basically. And the police don't
shit.
really do anything. If you get something like stolen, the police don't really care. Like
Alright, let me ask you something. Are you afraid of going to Brazil, like for in terms of security, or any other thing? Like,
no, I
actually,
think
I haven't asked you this.
She'll
kind
be
of
with you,
question.
cuz.
Yeah.
She'll be with you.
well,
She said-
I'm with a local, so I trust that you
It's a
won't
really-
take me to anywhere.
it's a really
like
important
the
thing.
favela. I hope you don't take me to the favela. I don't really want to go there. But
You gotta know the roots, bro.
yeah.
Like, I'm gonna take you to something else. Sorry.
But you're so not joking.
He's not joking. He's so not joking. So
What I meant was Rio, like beaches. If
Yeah.
you thought something else, sorry.
I
that's not
think-
my fault.
now we have northeast part in Brazil is quite dangerous nowadays.
In the north.
Yeah, northeast. But also in the southeast part of Brazil as well, we are facing quite. The whole Brazil is violent, but the most dangerous part is Rio de Janeiro. It's quite dangerous.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, a
Yes,
lot.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's a lot.
Even for myself, because like as I said it before, Brazil is a huge country, and then in different areas there are different accents. So like when I went there, like the locals in Rio, they noticed straight away that I was from São Paulo, because like my accent is it's like completely different to them, you know. So,
Interesting how you can pick that up very quickly.
Yes.
yeah,
You don't
yeah.
have that in Australia. You don't say, "Oh, that person's from Perth. That person's from Melbourne." You just go, "Oh, they're Aussie."
Do you think it's like it's the same there, like people from New South Wales or from
No.
Queensland, or the same shit?
It's literally the same shit. But New Zealand, if you go to, have you heard the Kiwi accent, the New Zealand accent?
No.
No.
Oh wow, that is a bit
You
different.
know, I've heard
different.
It's not really different. Like,
It's not different, but like you hear the pronunciation of words and you go, "Oh yeah, they're not Aussie." Like it's,
No, I like
it's
the
similar,
accent.
but it's a cool accent, but
cool
it's
accent.
it's a little bit
it's
different.
a little bit different. Yeah.
So that do you feel way safer by going to me, like, so that's why you're not afraid at all, or like what's like speak your mind.
I feel in danger a lot with you.
You should be
In
there.
Australia, Brazil, anywhere. It's a bit of a risk.
Like I wanted to bring my ex-girlfriend to Brazil. It was like my dream, bro. I really want to do this one day, and I said in the last podcast I want to go at least with any friend and show our culture, Like it's really, really interesting, really different from Australia
Yeah.
itself. And but Rio de Janeiro, it's better if you go with the local people, especially
Yes.
people from São Paulo. If you have a friend there, nice. But if you're Brazilian and you're a foreigner, it's alright. It's alright.
But you wouldn't recommend, say, going on a say if I went with my girlfriends, they're Aussie as well, and you wouldn't recommend us going, not speaking the language, and not only would you get ripped off.
Not by yourself. Not by yourself.
Yeah.
Like
Definitely.
try to have a tourist guide with you, or you found one.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
found
I've got
Yeah.
one right next to
I'm
me.
a tourist guy. I'm a boyfriend. I'm everything. That.
Yeah. Lucky you.
Lucky you. That. Hey.
You're also a pain in the butt. It's alright.
And where else you want to go? I told Augusto last podcast about Bonito. Bonito is a place that's so good, so gorgeous.
Yeah, Bonito.
Brazil?
You have
So Bonito can be a place or can be me. You can. It's up to you.
Definitely not you.
So you know what Bonito means?
Yeah.
She knows, bro.
Darling, by the way, darling, what is the most important word that I've taught you?
Really?
Yeah, tell them.
This big.
Tell them.
Oh wow, that's a very, very practical word that I can probably use anywhere in Brazil. Cagar. Very practical.
Like
you gotta
shit,
use that. Ay cagando. Like, I mean, it's very practical. If you
He said he mentioned the last podcast about it. He was like,
it's more like a
"Hey
a
baby,
warning.
I'm going cagar."
Yeah, every time. And I'm like, okay, I won't use the bathroom for the next 5 hours.
Darling.
Darling.
Oh, guys, we gotta be honest that this word is very important. Hey.
Yes.
Hey,
Yeah.
man, fuck, so good too.
I went
What, actually doing it or the word itself?
I went to Rio once, and that was so good. This place is
Rio.
gorgeous. Like honestly, you gotta go to Rio.
Bonito.
And Bonito as well. Please bring her to Bonito. It's not as dangerous
is
as
it
Rio
São
at all.
Paulo or another part of Brazil?
Yeah, another part of Brazil, bro. It's
Yes.
like 12 hours driving, or even more.
Can you
even
put
more.
up with me for 12 hours?
What is a state? What is a state?
Bro, grab an airplane. It's $50 for you. Fuck off.
It's safety hearing my voice for 12 hours. You'd probably jump out the car.
Yeah, exactly.
I got my account.
Like you got a river there. You have a river there, and you know the fluctuation things that you can float on the river. You know what I mean by that? Like
No.
you put the
Oh, it's like a raft. Like,
what was a raft is.
Like a
It's like a little boat. Yeah.
yeah.
No, it's not. I'm not talking about boat. Like, bro, you can't touch on a sand,
Yeah.
and also you gotta just like follow the flow. You have the river.
I know
And
what you mean. I know.
I don't know how you say
I
that.
don't even know in Portuguese to be honest, Danny. So
Flutuação, man.
yeah.
But I know what you mean.
Floating.
Floating, maybe floating
Yeah,
like
but
Floating along the
you
river.
don't swim. You can't swim.
You just let the current take you.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah,
exactly.
right.
Like you are sitting on the big floating and then like go like follow the
With the
the waves.
current.
The
do
waves.
you know the
yeah.
glasses there? I don't know
Yeah.
how to call it. That thing on your
Actually,
face.
you taught me the word before, but like I barely use in Portuguese, so
Goggles.
like I don't fucking know. If I barely
He
like,
can't speak Portuguese. He can't speak
Speak
English.
English.
What do you
but
speak?
if I barely use this word in Portuguese, so I see like I see no reason like to learn. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like Harold, like your daddy taught us
Yeah, that's
yesterday.
kind of useless.
Yeah,
I think
useless.
Kagar
Which
is
word?
definitely more
Exactly.
useful.
No, yesterday I was talking to her there and he said, Harold word. What does it mean, Harold? And then what the fuck? And I look it up.
Herod's an but
Mate, I look it up on the
I didn't even
internet
know what it
and-
meant.
Yeah, she didn't even know.
Well,
Like,
what does it
so
mean?
I don't even know. What did he say? that
Harold,
it
like
was?
Sydney morning.
Oh, like a
Harris.
newspaper.
Herod.
Yeah.
You know,
Ah,
yeah,
that is-
he come up with something like
Is it
very
slang or
unusual.
what?
Yeah, very slang.
It's
But
very
so
slang.
like so much slang to the point I don't know what he's talking about.
Oh my god.
Like he'll say certain things and I'll be like, what? Like is that just your word or is it like?
We're definitely gonna need you on a podcast with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
What
he
the
might,
fuck?
he might confuse you.
Bro, you didn't tell her how to ask for help, but you told her how to.
Asked to go to the toilet.
Yes,
Yeah.
bro. That's amazing.
Mate, that's
Yeah.
very good. Bro.
If I lose
Very
you-
smart, bro.
Just imagine if you need cagar and you don't know. Like,
No, but imagine if I lose you in Brazil.
You're
We
in
get
trouble.
separated.
You're in trouble, mate.
No, so
Right.
like simple things. Imagine if you are thirsty.
Yeah.
You know how to order water?
Well,
I
if
can
we-
say agua.
If you go cagar,
Agua. Yeah, she knows
look,
at least.
I need cagar, and she's gonna go to the toilet, and then next to the toilet is a tub, so she can drink.
Fuck off, bro.
Why are you so
Fuck
So smart, bro.
See how much
Very
he loves
smart.
me? He loves me so much. He wants me to drink dirty tap water.
Yeah,
next
but-
to
Dirty
him.
tap water, because in
Dirty
Brazil,
water.
because in Brazil the tap water is different from here, right? Here you can drink. In Brazil,
Is it, can you?
Well-
you can't drink it, can you?
no, you
can.
can, you can, but
Bro,
like
but at least you're not gonna die.
Not in a
you're
bar.
not gonna die from being thirsty, you know. So darling, come on,
He gives me the best of
Come on.
everything.
Come
bro,
on.
give your girl the
See,
best.
mate,
Yeah.
She deserves.
in Soledad, you have everything you're looking for, mate. You have a water, you have a to
All
get
of
rid
it.
of your shit, and then you can eat. No,
Can you use it
no.
for
Mate, so it's very helpful, mate. Soledad, bro.
Why
If
don't you use it to brush your teeth with then next time?
Oh, it's true. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh my god, fucking down.
When you met him, like I don't know how long before, but what did you feel about his English in the beginning?
Actually, I thought his English was really good.
Where you from? And she asked me, August, where you from? Australia. Oh, really? Fuck, sounds like very Aussie. She told me.
Yeah, forget.
Forget.
Every time he eats something, like he's like the most non-fussy eater. He'll eat anything at all. Like seriously, he'd probably eat out of a garbage can.
Oh my god.
He doesn't care as long as it tastes okay. I can make the most simple thing like bread, and you'd be like, "Oh my gosh, it's so good." Forget.
Oh my god, Danny, forget.
especially on a broca time, Danny.
Oh, that's another really important word.
Can you
Very
please
useful.
translate broca time?
Broca basically means.
You can speak English, my mom, she can understand. Man, broca.
It basically means this, the snackiness you feel when you're high. It basically, I'm hungry because I'm high.
Yeah, so whatever, whatever eatable, you can eat.
Eatable.
Eatable.
Yeah, eatable.
What
you
is eatable?
Yeah, what's eatable?
eatable? Eatable.
I think you mean edible.
Edible.
So yeah,
Fuck
yeah,
you.
broca time as well.
Broca time. I love that. I love that. And bro, Augusta, he has the weirdest English ever. Like forget this kind of thing. How do you feel about it? Like you don't have an Aussie saying forget.
Forget.
You don't have
Yeah,
that.
no, I had to say, what do you mean? Like, what is that? We were out for dinner and he said, this salmon's so good, forget. And I'm like, what does that mean? He was like, it's like so good, forget about it.
He speaks in Portuguese with you sometimes, or what?
Like it's enough said, you know what I'm saying? Like, enough said. Like
Forget.
no words to explain how.
Yeah.
Actually, funny you mentioned that. He was, I think, who was it you were talking to in Portuguese? You're having a conversation. And then you got off the phone, and then you turned to me and you start speaking Portuguese.
Oh, I think it was with my mom.
Yeah.
I was talking to her in Portuguese, and then
I was in the kitchen.
I was talking to her, and then she talked to me in English, of course.
Yes.
And then I replied her.
course.
Yeah, of course.
Makes sense.
I mean,
And I replied her in Portuguese, and her face was like, "What the fuck?" Like, sorry, Danny, too fast for you. Cannot keep it up. Sorry,
Too fast for you.
Forget about it.
she cannot keep it up enough.
Forget,
Yeah,
bro.
Forget about it.
Forget about it, darling. Sorry, darling. By the way, darling, so tell her then like how good my English was when I met you.
to be honest, I couldn't really hear you because it was a very loud club.
How was that?
Ah, yeah, he told me
We-
about it. It wasn't
yeah.
a club, wasn't it?
We actually met in a club, and it was very difficult to hear anything. But yeah, I
Yeah.
could hear enough, and I didn't actually know
Actually, you
anything about you. and
maybe you talked for half an hour. Yeah.
Well, which pub?
Fuck, do you know the name, darling?
I miss
But
pubs.
They asked me about.
it wasn't a pub;
I
it was a
couldn't
club.
remember.
This was right before COVID hit, so this is when everything was semi-normal, and you could come within 1.5 meters of each other. But I don't remember. It was a tequila club or something in the city, and I was there for a friend's birthday,
Wow.
and I'd just come after work. He'd just come after work.
Yeah, from
And-
Cornelius.
Cornelius, yeah.
Cornelius forget.
Yeah,
Forget.
Cornelius.
Back in the day.
And
he
then it
worked
was
with me.
very random day, hey. Like even for you, for me as well.
Yeah, it
like,
was.
Like I didn't expect at all like going out that day, and then
Neither of
And then
us
eventually,
find each other.
Neither of
Yeah.
us.
Neither of us did. I didn't want to go out. My friends dragged me out.
And do you still hang out with his friends? You went
Actually,
on a
actually,
pub?
I haven't bumped into her since that day.
Actually, I haven't really spoken to her a lot. She's been sort of doing her own thing. And actually, one of the girls that I was with was meant to move to Europe, but then COVID hit. So she actually ended up moving back with her family to Perth. So yeah, she
right.
had this whole trip like planned, and she was going to move to London and travel and work from London and travel around Europe. But
This is
Yeah.
something I love in Australia. Like you meet people
yeah,
from overseas, like anytime. Like in Brazil, everyone there is from Brazil.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
so he
there's
came.
not much variety.
That's why I'm pushing her to learning Portuguese because like no one there, like in particular, like area where I'm from. Like English is like what is English? It's something to eat. Like
Fucking hell, Guto. No, that's not introducing.
They don't know how you say, bro.
You shouldn't say this kind of.
You shouldn't say, bro. You shouldn't say.
But it's true. It's true. It's true.
It's true, yeah.
It's true. Like, unfortunately,
no,
not.
I said in my particular area, maybe because I'm from the countryside. Like I live like 3 hours by the capital in São Paulo. So like it's quite a small city, like only 60,000 people.
Yeah.
You know. So
But even in the capital cities, you wouldn't find
Well, I don't
anyone
know.
speaking.
You're gonna find.
Really-
You're
really
gonna
in
find.
capital.
You're gonna find
You
it.
would really.
You're gonna find.
Oh,
For
okay.
sure.
But like
Not-
every 300 people, you find one.
Right.
For it.
Okay.
Yeah, actually,
You agree?
can
I feel
ask
very
me-
special now. So if I go up,
Honestly, yeah. Oh, really? If you go, people will be like, "Oh my god."
yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
cool.
Oh my god.
We're touching on it.
No, you definitely don't eat that. That's kind of weird.
They'll be speaking Portuguese. Like, you don't speak Portuguese.
You don't speak in
And we'll be like,
Speak English?
what the fuck? Oh, today I saw. Oh my god, that was the most embarrassing. Not embarrassing, like so sad. I saw today a girl, woman actually. She was actually a lady. She was in a train station. She was completely lost in a platform, like trying to figure out what she should go. Maybe she was Chinese or something, but she couldn't explain. She couldn't say anything in English. She didn't have her phone out.
Wow.
Like she didn't use the translator. She was completely lost, trying to go to her house, trying to go back. And I was like, "Fuck, I want to help, but
How can you
what
help?
am I supposed to
Yeah.
do?" And then we had the instructor helping her, but like I don't know what happened in the end. But how sad is that? Like,
Yeah, fuck.
it's like we have many Brazilians facing the same thing here when they come for the first time. But
And it's scary. It's daunting. And I don't think many people, I think a lot of people would be put off by that. I mean, if you can speak at a basic level or if you're going to a country where everyone speaks English already, I mean, in Europe, you wouldn't struggle usually. Like pretty much every country, most
Ideally.
people,
He's speaking English.
Can speak
yeah,
English a
at a
little bit.
basic level, especially the younger people. But yeah, certain countries, third world countries, yeah.
Like, even when into Brazil the last time, I think it was 2019, I met one guy from Melbourne, Nix. Hi, Nix. Hi, Nix.
Salve.
Hi.
You met a guy in Brazil from Melbourne.
Yeah, from Melbourne.
How come?
I was in Rio, like Copacabana Beach,
Oh,
and then
fancy. That's fancy,
He
by the
said,
way.
he said, hi. I said, I replied in English. Hi, how is it going? Oh, you speak English? He was like, yeah. Oh, that's all.
Yeah, of course. I'm Brazilian. Of course. Why not?
He said, where from? It? Oh. Yes, and then I went to Macca's, everything, and then
Of course you did.
I talked
Of course you did.
Of course you did.
Double powder, no pick.
No pick. Large meal,
Bro,
Coke.
he mentioned this burger at least 3 times in the last podcast. Burger.
Every time he's eating this burger, I just look at his face, and he just looks like it's the most amazing thing he's ever
Bro, it's
laid
Macca's.
eyes on. I'm like, I wish you looked at me the way you look at this burger. Seriously.
Marcus, bro. What the fuck? What is special in this burger,
Yeah,
bro?
it's so good, bro. Man.
It's a burger. It's literally just a burger. The buns, the beef patties, the cheese.
Melted
Pickles.
cheese, melted cheese.
Melted cheese.
Like,
The
Close
tomato
brackets.
sauce,
Yeah.
hey,
and
honestly,
pickles.
all the
That's it.
burgers in McDonald's or Hungry Jack's or whatever, they taste like the same. Unless you're picking like chicken or
Or
burger
beef,
itself.
yeah. that's
But like,
different, but
what the fuck? It tastes like the
double
same.
pot is different.
No, bro.
No.
No way.
Bro,
It's
double
so
quarter pounder don't taste the same thing as a Big Mac.
In Brazil, we have
are you gonna have like a wall
Mac
between
cheddar.
the two?
In Brazil, we have
Well,
Mac
okay.
cheddar.
Mac
We don't have.
cheddar.
We
Yeah,
don't have Mac cheddar.
Oh my
here.
god, you
We
don't
don't
have
have
Mac
Mac
cheddar.
cheddar.
You don't have what in Brazil?
In Brazil, we have Mac cheddar.
Cheddar.
It's just
I'm
like
not cheddar.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that would be my go-to.
Oh
I
my
love
god,
That
cheese.
is
it's so
amazing.
good with onions caramelized.
Exactly.
It was so good.
Amazing.
Actually,
Yum.
I forgot to mention when I work in McDonald's. I've worked in McDonald's.
Have you?
I haven't.
Yeah.
Have you worked in McDonald's?
You work in McDonald's,
No,
yeah.
you didn't.
And she didn't know.
We never
I'm
come
just-
up
I'm
with
finding
The
all
fir-
this stuff about you in a podcast.
The first thing he said when he came, my life is an open book.
Except I didn't tell my girlfriend for over a year I worked at Macca's.
I forgot that. Sorry.
I forgot. You forget.
I forgot.
How was your
that.
experience in Macca's?
Was really shit.
As usual.
How did you start it?
Actually, it was good to open my eyes because my teacher in high school, she said, "Oh, because I was kind of naughty boy in the school. You know,
Oh.
that
I knew that.
I was very terrible.
Fucking naughty.
And then she said, "Oh, guys, when you go to like find a job or something like that, you're gonna see how hard it is, like the life out there." And then fuck off, it's bullshit, blah, blah. And then when I got my first job, which was in McDonald's in Brazil, and then mate, I realized, fuck, you make shit money, like shit hours, everything shit. And but the
How
good
much you
thing-
get paid in dollars? Sorry,
Fuck, edit.
not even 200 bucks a month. Eh?
$110 a month.
A month.
Like, at the time.
Really?
Yeah, was really
I can't even
shit.
get my head around that number. Like
month.
I've heard that like
Darling.
1,000 real is like darling. Yeah.
Darling, a month.
A month.
At month.
Can you believe it?
I've heard 1,000 real is like the average. And what does that equate to in dollars?
It's
Yeah.
220.
Yeah, 200.
Like, imagine
yeah.
earning that a month.
Is the
and-
minimum salary then?
Yeah, and then having to pay rent, having to pay bills. And petrol if you
Yeah,
drive. And
I
I've
told
heard how
her like
expensive
about the
that is.
petrol. It's fucking like.
The petrol is like a joke, bro. Like,
I
it
heard
doesn't
just
make
driving
sense.
to the beach, you have to plan everything. You have to get people to put
Yeah,
money in.
you can get
Yeah.
the train go.
Talking about my reality in Brazil, guys. Like some other
About what?
people talk about my reality in Brazil. Like
Your
in my
reality.
my circle of friends there in Brazil. We need to legally plan to go to the beach, like because tolls was expensive or even petrol. Everything was
Yeah,
expensive. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true, bro.
Yeah, it's fucked, mate. I was fucked. Anyway, and then in McDonald's, I talk about cheddar. I had a friend, Darley. You know Darley? You know
I
Darley.
do.
You know Darley.
You do
I
that.
know I haven't
Oh,
met him,
darling.
but yes. I
Yeah.
know. Darling
And then
knows
we used to
Darling.
work together. He was one of my best mates in Brazil.
In Brazil.
Hi, Darley. Say that. Hi, say hi to Darley, Darley.
Hi, Darling.
Hi, Daddy. Salve, caralho.
Salve, darling.
Salve, bro.
How you doing,
And
darling?
then he was a cheddar. So was the bread, the beef, and cheddar. This.
You know what?
Fuck, I got sick of it.
Hey, please.
I don't
bro.
think anyone should ever get sick of cheese. I
Nah,
think
but
I
with that amount of
So-
cheese
was so good, man. I couldn't even like close the
Oh.
burger.
it's
Like,
gonna
Could you-
clog your arteries. that amount of cheese.
Could you like personalize your own burger? Your own burger?
actually, yeah, you could, but it has to be like according to like the patterns, like the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
So you couldn't choose.
Yeah, I couldn't choose, but
What you mean?
like no, like
You need to eat what they want you to eat.
yeah.
You know?
So basically,
Like-
no
like-
choice at all.
You have no
Right.
choice.
You can have the
Yeah.
quarter pounder thing.
No, today we're gonna eat Big Mac,
Oh,
and
wait.
tomorrow we're gonna eat like a
yeah.
McFish.
Ah.
You know?
But I couldn't
I
have
can't
like,
stand a fillet of fish. I don't know
Yeah,
how
I
anyone
cou-
eats
I
those.
couldn't-
It's terrible, yeah.
you couldn't have maybe a big taste. Yeah, do you know big taste, darling? Big taste.
Big tasty,
Yeah, big
bro.
taste, like
Big
quite
tasty.
big,
Fuck
yeah.
me
What's
dead.
that?
It's
No.
a big
In Brazil,
taste.
in Brazil.
It's a really
In
big
Brazil.
taste, actually.
As
Even
the
name is
name
Big Tasty.
suggests.
You're
Yeah.
losing a lot of things, bro.
Yeah, but like I had a shed and then Darlie, could you please make my burger? Because I couldn't do my own. burger.
Why?
Because,
Wait, so it
because
was
they knew that I would put like more
You put
stuff.
double.
So, it's supposed to be like a Big Mac would be like a fuck, like,
So
like,
you couldn't actually like have your own burger. Like,
yeah.
Like
I had to ask
build-
someone else to do it for
make
me.
it-
You know? And then Darlie was the bread, the beef, and the shed at this side. So good. And then, but yeah, it was a nice experience there in McDonald's. But it was good because I could see how hard the life was to
To have your money.
Yeah, make
Yeah.
money. Like fuck, you need to had to work really hard.
How
to
old
get-
were you? Sorry.
I was my first job, so maybe 16.
16.
16
Yeah.
years
In
old.
Australia, I'm really surprised with Australia because we have many Australians,
Yeah,
like
really.
rich Australians, on not
Yeah.
working on McDonald's.
Yeah.
And in Brazil, we have the poorest people working on McDonald's.
Why?
Actually, I've heard McDonald's is like, you say this negative stuff about it, but I think it also teaches you how to multitask, how to deal with people, how to work a cash registry.
In a hard way.
And it teaches you to put up with rude customers, how to deal with complaints. It teaches you actually a lot of things. And yeah, the money's not great. Yeah, the hours can be shitty, but it teaches, like going into a better job, it teaches you a lot of things I think that you need in like life.
And you know how to work
Yeah.
like under
How much
pressure.
do you reckon?
Especially when you
people
are
get-
16.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's a good. My dad actually wanted me to do Macca's as my first job. I never worked at Macca's, but I always thought, oh, why Macca's? Like, it's the money's shit, the hours are shit.
How much you reckon like people get paid in
Ah.
McDonald's?
It depends on your age, I think. If you're 16, you wouldn't get much at all. You know,
Yeah.
you
You'd get like
15,
eight-
15, maybe less.
15?
Yeah.
1500?
No, $15 an hour.
Oh my
Ah,
god.
fuck.
But- but-
1500 a week. I was like, I'm gonna go to Macca's now.
but
Just
wh-
like-
where do I sign the contract?
You can't sign a contract. You're still on a student visa.
Oh,
So-
she got it, bro.
yeah, so
That's so fucking sad.
yeah,
It
she'll
is.
be helping me like she'll be helping me, Danny. Yeah. So the partner visa thing.
Yeah, we're,
What is
looking-
happening? What is happening?
So we have to live together for a year before we can even sort of apply and do all that
Lucky
stuff.
girl.
Yeah, lucky me.
Poor Gusto.
Fuck
Wow.
yeah, Gus, I love you, bro.
He deserves a medal for putting up with my shit.
Yes, I do.
We gotta say.
I mean, okay, she's the best. Yeah, but now you're going through a process like the partner visa, and I even told her the other day. Remember, Danny, to apply for your residence in Brazil. You know, just in case maybe you wanna live there. Maybe like let's say Brazil. Although Brazil might be shit, but
Stay here, bro. Stay here.
no, but seriously. But if I have like you talked the previous podcast, if I have money in Brazil, maybe the life can be a bit better. I don't
The
know.
life is better.
I mean, if she go there, fuck, I like Brazil, I like the people, because people there is very friendly as well. So
Yeah, yeah.
And
better-
it
100%.
wouldn't take me long to pick up the language either. And I
No.
think I have to imagine, I was joking before with Guto, and I was like, imagine me taking your mum out for like anything, for lunch or...
Right, your mom, she doesn't speak in English. I can
we're
guess
just
it.
awkwardly
my mom, she doesn't
smiling
even
at
speak
each other.
Portuguese.
Awkwardly just smiling at each other.
Portuguese is hard for.
And my mom and Emily gonna be there in the song. Hi.
Oh fuck!
Like you were to me in the club the night we met.
I really,
Hey.
I really want to ask these things when you come back to Australia after Brazil. But like, how? I don't know. This feeling of being speaking with people that don't speak English and maybe not Portuguese as well is like so funny. Like, how are you gonna deal with this? You know what I mean?
How
Like,
you gonna
you're gonna translate for her, won't you?
Yeah. Huh?
I think
Sorry?
he's
You
gonna
have to translate
be,
everything
He's gonna
for
have to
her.
be my
Yeah.
Google Translate,
Yeah.
definitely.
You're gonna
Yeah.
help her, but like I have a cousin and she lived in Australia for 2 years, and he got like a French girlfriend,
Yeah.
and they gone together to Brazil, and
Oh.
she spent like I don't know 2 years there,
Wow.
and she took 1 year to be fluent in Portuguese.
Really?
Wow.
1 year,
Imagine how good it be.
Fluent, like
Actually,
a lot.
yeah.
not
Emily-
fluent like a normal person.
Like
Wow.
she's probably one of those people that picks languages up really quickly,
Yes.
which is great.
But she was living with his family like
Yeah.
the whole time.
And the thing is, the things you see on TV, what you read, and what you hear, it's all Portuguese. Like there is,
Yes.
you literally in Australia, I feel like if you want to be around Portuguese-speaking people, you can just go. You can just. If you don't want to learn English properly, you can just stick with your crowd. Whereas in Brazil,
Have no
you
choice.
have
You
no
have no
choice,
choice.
literally.
But in the beginning, like his mother was doing something like that is a couple, you know. Then you can get like the vocabulary slowly. Then you're gonna learn how to speak Portuguese in that way.
Actually, I
For
was
sure.
thinking about getting lessons.
Yeah,
the time that I have.
Will be good, but
Online
honestly,
classes.
I think nothing better than the practical way.
Being
The
in
practical way.
the
Being the
country
environment.
I was doing when you like through messages, I was like write down in English, and then underneath the words I was putting the translating in Portuguese. But sometimes it takes time. Sometimes I'm busy at work, or sometimes she's busy, and then
Yeah.
like just easier to talk in English, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but she's looking to do getting Portuguese lessons, online classes, and then see how it's going. I think she gonna pick it up like pretty quickly. What do you think, Darlene?
I think so.
I have a good podcast for you in Portuguese.
Yeah?
The name is SeiLá Podcast.
Our
Just
podcast,
follow
by
on
the way.
Spotify.
Our podcast, by the way.
On Spotify.
Yeah, Spotify as well.
Darlene, that's what I told you before. When I come to Australia, one of the the most amazing tools for me to improve my listening was podcast, obviously in English.
Listen
So
in English.
And
if
listening to me, that
maybe-
was the second best thing.
Maybe if
Listening
you,
to customers in restaurants is really good, by the way.
customers.
Like, because you
Maybe-
hear different accents every time.
Maybe if
Yeah.
you start listening to even SeiLá Podcast, like you say a lot of slangs, like if you're gonna be able to understand me, then consider yourself to be a fluent in Portuguese, because fuck, it's not that. Like,
It's not that easy.
Have you seen Brazilian movies? Any Brazilian
I
movies?
haven't.
Yeah.
You
I
haven't?
haven't.
Oh, you jacques.
Bro, what are you doing?
Sorry, guys.
What
sorry,
are you
guys.
You know
doing,
jacques
bro?
means, don't you?
Yeah, of course.
Fala, you jacques.
Have you been busy, very busy?
Yeah, we get hungry.
Stop, bro.
Go to bed.
Gotta go sleep, darling. Stop,
Turn over, darling. Oh, I'm so scared.
I fucking hate you, bro.
The thing is, I don't know how many channel or something that I can find like Portuguese movie.
But do you know, like, what about, like, I guess Netflix wouldn't have anything, but there's nothing that you could stream or...
Actually, I haven't heard about a website called Popcorn.
Popcorn Time.
Yeah, Popcorn
Popcorn
Time. This one.
Yeah, it's a telecinema one, isn't it? No. I know Popcorn is just a site.
It's just a site.
Yeah.
I thought it was just food.
You
But
really need to show her the
Oh.
big family.
I know. I want to show her like the seed of God, like Zé
The
Pequeno.
seed of
Elite,
God.
elite
actually,
through.
I think we were looking for that movie. Remember how
Yeah.
we couldn't
It
find
shows
it?
all of the Islams in Rio de
Islams.
Janeiro.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I think for
Pretty
her it would
eye-opening.
be there's a lot of like slangs, a lot of like bad
a lot of
words.
reality. To be
Yeah.
honest, a
But
lot of
let's-
reality.
Yeah, we're gonna see the really like reality was like Brazil shows, you know. So yeah, I think it's gonna be good for you, Danny.
It's gonna scare you, by the way.
Yes.
It's about. It's
Culture shock and a bit. Yeah.
It's about like a police life in Brazil.
I think you can know about something, you know what to expect, but then when you actually see things, it sort of puts you in a bit of shock. I mean,
Yeah,
you
especially
can never
this
really
movie.
be prepared for it. I don't think. So.
Especially these movies, like
Yeah.
really deep.
Yeah.
But I don't think like Brazil is gonna be like she's gonna get shocked when she get in Brazil because she has been to other countries like Bali.
I went to
And then it's
Fiji.
like Bali, mate. I think Bali is even poorer
been
than
to
Brazil,
Fiji?
isn't it?
Been to Fiji. I
Oh
went
my
to the
God.
poorest,
Should be amazing.
poorest
Have you
part.
ever been in the volcano? In the volcano?
To where?
In the volcano? How would you say
Volcano.
volcano?
Volcano.
Volcano.
No,
Oh my
no.
like a shark.
Volcano.
Sorry.
Actually, my brother has. He went.
Wow.
I've been to Hawaii, but my brother went to a different part of Hawaii where there were like all these volcanoes. But Fiji was pretty eye opening. Like I used to play tennis, so I went on a tour over
Such
to
a
Fiji.
fancy sport. Sorry.
Such a fancy
It's
sport.
it's
It's like golf,
best.
bro. Like,
It's
the
like
best.
Yeah.
but tennis is more. Tennis is like more.
Yeah,
Like,
she
you move more.
She was almost a professional, mate.
Oh my
Like,
God,
yeah,
really?
Yeah, she
Were
changed
you?
her
Back in the day.
back in the day.
Back in the day.
Yeah, I went to New Zealand. I went to Fiji, which probably was my favorite experience because
Not to
it was
play.
so different. Yeah, to play.
play? Wow.
I went to Fiji, and honestly, it
What else?
was.
Then? Sorry, what else? Which
Um,
country have you been to? Like,
I was
like
gonna go
playing?
to America, but I never ended up going. I got a scholarship, and I never ended up taking it.
Oh my God. Really?
Yeah, yeah. So, what they can you can actually apply.
Where were you going to Disney? Or
I have been to Disney. Yeah,
Ah, you have been.
I have-
Ooh.
not for tennis, but I went like on a
For
separate.
tennis.
Yeah, not for tennis, but America was pretty cool. I want to go to New York. We were actually talking about.
It's
yeah,
my
but
dream.
unfortunately, I got my fucking visa denied. You know?
And how he told me last podcast about how it's for you as Australian to go to United States.
Yes.
Hey, Dad, tell
How
us-
easy
tell
it is
your
for you?
Honestly,
experience.
I didn't need to do anything. Like literally
You swear,
nothing.
like nothing.
Nothing.
You just bought your ticket.
I got the ticket. I had my passport, and that was it. And but you know what? I went in 2004. What year was it? I went. I think it was 2014 or 15. I can't remember which one. But I think the laws were very different. I think now, like, I mean, since 9/11, really, there's been a lot of like terrorism, new laws coming in, and now with the like Obama administration, Trump, like all of this stuff, I think there's just been a bunch of new things, and especially with like I don't know, people that aren't from America, Australia, New Zealand, England. I think
and you
it's
still
a lot more difficult.
you can still
But,
go.
like back at the time, like, what did you really need to do to go there? Like only buy the tickets. That's it.
That's it. There was no visa process. There was literally nothing.
Yeah, fuck. I think Australia
So-
passport is like a gold. Yeah, yeah.
Honestly.
It's a very
Like-
good passport.
So
Actually,
that's
Brazilian
Yeah.
passport is like a shit.
Yeah.
That's the point. Unfortunately.
Well, this her dream to get a Brazilian passport, so I'm gonna make this.
This dream come true. This dream come
I'm
true.
gonna make your dream come true. That.
Oh wow.
Like
that's pretty sad. Like I try because I really want to go there. Like work with you. Like
But I think they make it impossible almost. I mean, you were telling me about people that are married, like they're financially stable, and they still have their visas denied. Like, it's
yeah, like so just
they make it
like,
like too
discrimination.
difficult.
Like
but what was his point? Why he didn't let you go?
like he brought up three things. One thing was because I don't have any kids. One because I'm not legally married. And the third thing
bullshit.
is that,
You don't have property.
You gotta have
properties,
honestly,
yeah.
you gotta have a kid and
That's what
get
I'm
married.
But
Like,
the thing is, I
no,
don't
doesn't make
understand about
sense.
that logic is how does that stop you going to any country? Having a child would actually make it more difficult, wouldn't it? I mean, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
if you have a young child, you got to organize, like if they're not coming with you, who they're going to stay with, like you got to like
You have
take that into consideration. And how does it doesn't have any
And
relevance?
then another thing you
like-
said also, like let's say we don't have kids, so like just because I don't have kids, I'm gonna get my visa denied. You know, let's say it's my option not having kids.
Yeah, that's what I brought up too. What if you just didn't want to have kids?
Yeah.
A lot
Like-
of
What if you're
people
not
don't.
able to have kids and
Yeah.
you don't like
Yeah,
you don't
so-
have like financial?
Yeah,
Means.
if you're not
Yes.
financially good, like to have a kid, and then
It-
what there's three topic things like I got my visa denied, and then I got a bit upset, but I know eventually I'm gonna get it. You know,
How was the
gonna get
interview? How was the interview, by the way? Like he was like
he was sort of laughing. I think it was like pretty easy, and then I really expected to get my visa, to be honest. But when he said, guys are ineligible to get a visa because of this, but fuck.
But your brother had the same reason.
Yeah,
given
like
to
my
your
brother and
as
I
well.
went together, and then he got his visa denied.
and you mentioned in the visa that you have a house in Brazil.
Yeah, I
You
told
her-
building up
I
told
told
Yeah.
her
things
like,
in there.
like I have a house in Brazil, and then I have
Money
like,
in the bank account,
yeah,
statements,
yeah.
everything.
Yeah,
that
100%.
he's with me, living here with me.
Yeah,
like,
we even like apply for death marriage certificate.
yeah, we applied to register our relationship online, like to make the process
Easy.
seem more legit. And the fact that we're living together, he's changed his address to mine.
Yeah, the bank account together as
Yeah.
well.
The bank
So-
account together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We have a joint account as well.
Fuck,
so-
and he didn't let you go.
yeah,
Yeah.
he said no.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
And he was like, "Is he going with you or?"
Well, I
he was
wasn't
like,
there, but I just heard, and apparently it didn't go for very long. It was only like 10 minutes or
Yeah,
something.
10-15 minutes. but
He refused to
Fuck.
look at any documents. Like, he had everything ready to show, and he didn't want a bar of it.
But what you gonna do again? You gotta try again.
no,
you
maybe
gotta.
now my plans are different. Like I want to be focused on like our process, like my visa here, because it looks like
Mhm.
Brazilian passport is not that strong, you know. So maybe
Looks
by staying together with her and then get it, because either way I'm gonna stay with her anyway, like not because of the American visa, and then by applying with the like Australia residency, I think it's gonna be easier in the future, you know. But like it's not even the case, because I got a friend of mine. And you know, Jonathan, yeah, in Melbourne. He went there to get his American visa as well, and his wife, like, he's gonna have a baby very soon. Hi, Jonathan. Hi to Jonathan.
Hey, Jonathan.
Very
Hey,
good, yeah.
Salva.
Salve, Jonathan.
Hi,
I know.
Jonathan. Hi,
Salve,
Jonathan.
Salva Zolder, Salva.
Hey, Salva.
Salve.
Salve.
And then she went there with him, and then she got her visa. She's Aussie, and then he got his visa denied. So even if I had gone with Emily, she would get her visa.
Yeah.
I think the problem is the corona, guys. It's not like if you're married or not.
Yeah, they're trying to make it harder now. I think.
Yeah.
I
It's
reckon.
like, I mean, if you're married and you have a baby on the way, what else can you possibly do? I mean, what else can you show them that?
Yes.
I think it's just them, and they're given too much discretion to make decisions.
But I reckon it's just gonna be just a matter of time. Just
Yeah,
to-
but
for us.
it's just that's not the point though. It's just annoying how difficult they make it. And corona, no corona, like
No, having
Doesn't
said
matter.
that, your voice looks so good on your microphone.
Sounds good.
every time we speak over the
Yeah.
I fucking hate you, bro.
He's annoying sometimes. He's annoying sometimes.
Sometimes. sometimes,
Darling.
How do you feel?
darling.
How do you feel in a relationship with a Brazilian guy?
Yeah, that how is to date a Brazilian guy, or even yeah,
There's
Brazilian
a
guy.
Yeah, Brazilian guy. You went there. You went
Let's
there.
stick with Brazilian guy, please.
There's Brazilian guys, and then there's you. I think you're just different.
He's
No,
different.
It's great. Everything couldn't ask for anything to be better. To be honest with
If
you.
you want to compare with Australian relationship, how do you feel?
Well, you
wanna
know
talk
what?
about it.
I have dated Australian guys before, and it's fine. It's just a completely different culture. Like, it's just,
Darling.
Like I'm very easygoing. Like our relationship, like she's very easygoing. I'm very easygoing. Like even one day she told me she feel like she's single because, like, I don't bother her. Where are you or where are you
and
going?
that's something I had to get used to be honest, because I've only ever dated guys that are very
Streaked.
kind
Yeah,
of,
but
yeah.
Like, where you going? Tell me.
Yeah,
Send
I
me text
dated
message.
a Lebanese guy, and that was not
Oh
Wow.
my god, bro.
Muslim Lebanese.
They really strict with.
Oh, it was
they women.
terrible. And he could, like, whenever he wanted to go, would never tell me where he was going. Not that I trusted him, but that wasn't the point. Like, the point was I couldn't do anything on my own. I couldn't even see my friends for coffee without him sort of
Wow.
wanting to be there with me.
Wow.
Yeah,
And
but
it's
like,
just-
whereas me, like you remember what that day when you went to Douglas' birthday?
Yes, I know.
Yeah, I was there, and then she was someone's party because it was close to her job, and then where are you, Gus? I'm here. Where are you? You're there. Very good. Like stay there. Like just very easy going.
Yeah.
Like
I've
I
never
don't- I
had
don't-
that before.
yeah, like I gave her like freedom, like to do whatever she like, because I trusted her 100% as well. you know?
Amazing, bro.
Yeah, I think she trusted me 100%.
I
Too.
heard, yeah.
I don't know if it's misconception of me, but I've seen, at least the guys I've seen, the Australians ones, the boys, they did not sound like the person that you can trust. Like, I mean, how can I say? They weren't mature enough.
A lot of them aren't, and a lot of them are very easygoing, but I think a lot of them are very immature. They go out partying a lot. You know, they don't take the relationship too seriously. I think it is a cultural thing as well. I think a lot of the girls as well. I don't think you can really pin it down to guys. I think a lot of girls are in the same position. They go out all the time, and then they complain that they can't find a decent guy.
Oh my god,
they're not being the decent person they
I think it's the culture. It's a drinking culture for the most part, and I don't think a lot of 20-something-year-olds that are Aussie are really looking for any serious sort of relationship.
Yeah, apparently not.
I don't know, because we usually talk about it like Australian guys not that mature, and we don't know why. You know what I mean? We trying to guess some things, but we don't know.
I think it really is just a cultural thing, and I think I don't know what the guys like in general. I don't know what it's like in Brazil. I don't know like what the people are like, guys, girls. But I think the Australian guys, Australian girls are very they're not thinking ahead. They're not thinking long term. They're thinking of next weekend.
Got
it.
Yeah,
the short
term.
They don't have like enough responsibilities to.
Yeah,
to
and
care.
I think a lot of the guys as well, and it's nothing to do with tradies, or I'm not bagging tradies or anyone, but it's like, I gotta do my work. I come home, I go out to the club, I go partying, and I go to work. I make my money, and that's kind of it. That's I think
that sucks.
Yeah.
At least the people I've seen, they were treating the girl like really mature. Like immature. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, we went to Woolies, I don't know, 4 or 5 weeks ago. And I saw 4 boys older than us. They were older than us. Like, they were maybe 25. Not really old. Older.
Yeah.
They were stealing the deodorant. All right.
Really?
So, like, yeah, but like just put it on their body and laughing about it. Like 4 of them. 4 of them did the same thing. And after 2 minutes, 2 other boys came and did the same thing. 2 different.
Like
so
laughing.
we had 6 people
Aussie
using
guys.
Aussie guys. In Lebanese as well. We had 6 people. We had 6 people using the Woolies products without paying them and putting them again in a thing.
Like, what is the point? You know?
And laughing, bro. Like, bro, you're 25.
Yeah.
Get out of here and go to work. I don't know, do something
why
about it.
is $7 like extra or less for you, mate? Just buy the thing and then
That's
like,
it.
doesn't make sense.
And it's so sad to see people happy because they are feeling good of doing shit things. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and why? Like, for what reason?
to show off themselves to their friends or what?
I just think it's immaturity, honestly.
Immaturity.
But the thing is, I don't think some people ever grow up. Like, I feel like whatever age you are, if you're gonna be like that in your late 20s, 30s, and 40s, like there's no
You don't
one
have
can help
what to do.
Yeah, you're not gonna grow up. But I feel like everyone should reach the stage where they go, okay,
And then
Okay.
in a
yeah,
relationship,
that's it.
and then in a relationship, like I gave her like as much freedom as she wants, and then like
And then I choose to sleep instead.
and it's older she.
I don't
as
want to
well.
go anywhere anyway.
And it's older she like she didn't like keep messaging me where I am or like because I tell her sometimes I'm in Matheus' house, Pedro's house, like João's house.
Sabe,
Salve, João.
And like my brothers, and then like she worried me like how am I gonna get home, like no wondering like
Where are you?
yeah
and
where
who
are you
live
like this
or-
kind of things
Yeah.
you know. And then these kind of things that I see like especially in my culture like Brazilian relationship, it's like there's no like that much trust between them.
Yes.
You know?
And I've heard that in general, nothing to do with Brazil, but in general, South American culture, there's a lot of cheating, there's a lot of like
Yeah, that's true.
distrust, and there's a lot of issues there. So
Yeah. So and then
Makes you scared about it?
no,
Not now. Not anymore. Not anymore.
no, it was just like even before we met, that's just the general thing I'd been hearing, and that's not something I was ever worried about at
My
all,
girl
but-
just said the same thing. She was
Yeah.
like, she was looking up things about it. I was like, bro, really looking up these things? Like,
Really?
yeah, she found the thing that was like, we actually had kind of graphic showing the things.
Yeah.
I was like, it can be true, but
But you
Cannot
can't.
be true.
It's
You-
not
you
fair
can't-
to
you
pin
can't
that
as
on
everyone.
one person.
Yeah.
You can say that about any culture. You can say that, in general, these people are this. But it's like, well, that's not really fair.
Yeah, but
No.
at the moment we are in the same page. Like we are looking to our future, like how are you gonna buy your first house, or
Oh my
how,
god.
how
bro.
financially.
Do you guys
who
intend to
gonna
buy a
be.
house? Or
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Really?
mate.
When
Like
we
buy?
get back from Brazil, we're
Yeah,
looking
like
into
Like,
it.
because
buy, spend money.
yeah,
have a
buying.
house?
Yeah, man.
Buy.
Actually, like because maybe 5 or 7 years down the track, you think of you even talk about having babies, but like she's not in the position now. Neither do I.
Have a
and,
baby, bro. Come on.
yeah, that's what I tell her. So maybe 7 years down the track, I wanna be ready for that moment. And get something like I know girls like in general
Have a nice
saying-
financial plan.
Yeah, so that's why me and her we are the same page to plan have a house or. But first of all, I wanna show her like a bit of Brazil about where we
wanna
come
travel.
from. Yeah,
We want to
like,
travel.
Yeah.
wanna
It's
tra- and
And
You.
Not when you do that stuff. That makes me want to jump out the window. I'm the closest to the window.
Disgusting,
so,
bro.
disgusting, bro. Come on.
all of us here are mature enough and just.
You are mature enough.
Except you.
That's why I said, guys, take the kids out of the room right now.
When he came in for the first,
Gee.
when he came to the last podcast, he was like, "Hey guys, please take the kids out of the room."
Yeah.
So
We're
you
gonna
gotta
say
go
shit.
with it, right? You can't be in the room.
I think the first.
You're not allowed to
I
be
think
here.
the first thing when she learn like a proper Portuguese, she's gonna go back to the SeiLá Podcast
Yes.
and watch about
And
whole.
you're gonna listen. You guys are, like planning to stay in Australia forever? Like how you feel about it?
Well, like we have talked about even leaving Brazil for a short period of time, maybe for 1 or 2 years, but everything's gonna depend on how much she's gonna like Brazil. You know, if she doesn't like August, I really like it, but not like to live live forever. Well, okay, that's fair enough. We can.
We've even looked at London. We've even looked at Europe because
Yeah,
I mean
Europe.
I have family like over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, which makes
He
sense.
loves it.
Yeah, I said
better for him.
it before. Like her mom, she's Swedish, so she got 2 passport as well. So maybe Australia and or even any country in Europe would be a good option. But the thing is, it's hard to find a country where it beats Australia. You know, like
Yeah.
because if I leave
Yeah.
Australia, I wanna get to better like into better life. You know what I'm saying? I don't wanna get
Or at
like
least the
decrease.
same,
I wanna
you
get
At
know,
least the
yeah.
same.
We usually say that Brazil is good for rich people. Like if
Yeah.
you're rich,
For
you're actually
very
rich. Fuck yeah.
But that's the problem
Same
I think
Brazil.
with Brazil is like only a very select few of people are at that level, and then the rest are just completely below average, and that's where you get the corruption. That's where you get the crime, and that's where you get the people
Whereas
that
in
struggle.
Australia, I feel like there is no poor people. No.
Well,
like-
there is, but you don't have that level. You don't have the extremes. You don't
Yes.
have those opposites. You have like pretty much. You do have people that are doing better and people that aren't, but you don't have that like 0 to 100.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's true. So yeah, maybe like we have to talk about like even leaving Brazil or leaving any other part of the country. So everything gonna depend on how much she gonna like Brazil or I don't know, Darnie. Like have you crossed your mind like leaving
Yeah,
Brazil or like
it
what do you
has.
reckon?
I think it's an option, but I feel like it would take me a bit of getting used to because I feel like the culture is so different and everything is like
but
you
Yeah.
can't really.
Yeah, we are planning to stay there for at least 3 months. We have mapped everything
Holiday.
out already. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
holidays. Yeah,
I think that is enough
yeah, 3
to
months.
know, to
Yeah.
travel a little
We're
bit.
gonna do a lot of things, and then
It's mainly to meet his family.
yeah, one of the main things is
honestly.
for her to get in touch with the Portuguese
The
language,
culture,
see,
yes.
yeah,
Culture.
culture, yeah, food, everything. Food, like she's like she's everything. Seriously, she says she talks about me, but she eats everything. Like, I'm not gonna say a rubbish,
I mean,
a rubbish name, but
I eat my food,
because
I
it'd be
eat his
too
food
rude, you
as
know.
well.
As long as the rubbish
she said-
is sugar free, she's gonna eat it.
So none of you then.
I'm
fucking love you,
There's one place in Rio de Janeiro when you go. Yeah, you might go there. Of course, you might. Is Chris Redeemer? You know Chris Redeemer? right?
Yes, I've heard a lot about that.
So if you go to Rio, you gotta go there.
Yeah,
And
that's like the opera house of Rio.
watch out with the price, because for foreigners it's different.
Yeah.
Yes.
And for Brazil-
I'm hearing about that too.
Yeah. So please watch this out.
Yeah,
And
watch this
yeah,
out.
Yeah, I think it's I don't know how much I paid, like $50 to go, like $50 in Brazil, which is like $10 for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately.
50 bucks.
But like, it's literally nothing, bro. And you enjoy a lot. And we also have, I don't know how to say in Australian, but sugar bread.
Like cornbread,
Mm,
kind
maybe.
of like the one that there's really sweet bread.
Yeah, no.
Sugar loaf, like you know the big
The
one?
mountain,
yeah,
the big mountain.
Ah.
We have that little things that go on the top with that.
How'd you call the place? Sugar
Sugar
bread.
loaf.
Because
I instantly thought of food. See,
I'm literally translating in Portuguese from Portuguese to
You
English.
say sugar loaf. But what do you think that you take you to the top of the sugar
like
loaf?
the gondolas.
This one, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
How'd you say it?
Gondolas.
Gondolas.
Gondolas. You know, have you ever been skiing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Incredible,
good.
incredible.
So good.
Threadbow?
No,
you know
not-
how you go into those like little little things that
Yeah,
take you?
yeah.
They're called gondolas.
Gondolas.
But,
Condoms.
but in Brazil it's
Oh,
quite
condom.
different. You know.
Condolas.
Man, it's,
Nah.
something else.
Something else.
That didn't work.
So in Rio, we have these things that carries you to the top of the mountain, and
Yeah.
I think you can also climb the mountain if you want. I
Really?
don't know. Maybe I'm not
if
sure.
you
about it.
really want to.
If you
And
re- like,
if
you gotta
pisses me
really want
off,
to.
I'm like,
Pay $15, bro.
I'm too late for that, bro.
$15 for me to push you down the mountain.
I just rather like sit there, enjoy,
And
pay
be
50,
lazy.
50
The
real.
view is so good, guys. The view is so good. The view is really good.
And then
Like,
the good thing is that we're gonna take the
and it's hot as fuck.
the currency.
Really?
Yeah.
We're gonna take advantage like of the currency, and then because like 50 real for them might be like quite a good money, like quite a lot of money for them, but for us it's gonna be how much that $10.
Something like
Yeah,
that.
15 minutes of work
Yeah.
15 minutes of work.
Nothing.
for 3 hours of experience in Rio.
Yeah.
Guys, we are reaching 1 hour of podcast.
Alright.
Yeah.
Let's gonna do a break.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
do
You
it.
wanna
let's
have a
do
break
it.
now?
Yep.
Let's do
do a
it.
break. Yep.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Very good.
3, 2, 1.
Cut.
that's it.
Yep.
We come back 3 minutes.
Beleza, eu queria mijar mesmo. Som.
Let me know when you're ready.
Dale, your
Ready? Yep. So we came back after break.
very
Um,
good.
A short
Very
break, 10
good.
minutes break maybe.
10 minutes break. Yeah.
Food break.
30 minutes break.
I like the last time was pretty long break.
Why?
When I come
Because you had
We
to drink
usually
all your
have long
beer and
breaks.
go to the
Yeah.
toilet multiple times.
because of beer. Yeah,
Yeah.
beer is fun.
Yeah.
We
Fuck
As fuck,
F1.
Yeah.
É foda.
Foda.
É
foda.
foda, irmão.
É foda.
É foda.
É foda, darling. You know. No, actually, like which words do you know like in
In
Portuguese?
Portuguese.
You can say aqui.
Aqui,
Say
Which is here.
bom dia.
cagar
Good
também. Is,
Good
sorry.
morning.
Boa noite.
Good night.
Yeah.
Mm.
Boa tarde.
Boa tarde.
Boa tarde.
And then actually we were discussing on break time like different slang. So
Oh yeah.
break that up, darling. So like tell them right up after like how does it call it? Right after.
Okay, so there are some really, really Aussie slang sayings out there. And as anyone that's watching this podcast would know, if you live here and you're truly Aussie, you would know some of these. So we have g'day mate, which all of you should know, most of you.
G'day.
My bosses hates when Aussies say good day, mate. No,
G'day,
what
mate.
fuck. Good day,
Um,
bro.
What have we got?
Right after, after. Rap, no, rat up after.
No, rat up.
Right up.
After.
Rat up a raft.
Right up or after.
Which means, guys, very quickly. So
Rat
for
up a
some,
rafter.
Ah,
So that-
right
It
up,
means to go a rat which goes up a roof of a building. Rats go really quickly, so it's basically saying, that was done really quickly. They did that really quickly.
what about the other one like this? Arvo.
It's Arvo.
And then the one really is very popular is I know.
I was waiting for it. I was
I knew you were going to bring that up at some point.
sorry,
He will have to say that. He will have to say that.
You know what I'm saying that? I know. No, you know why? Because when I got in Australia like 3 years ago, I lived with Hugo. Hi Hugo, because
Salve.
he got upset because I didn't mention in the previous podcast.
Oh, yeah,
So-
salve,
Hi,
Hugo,
Hi,
salve.
Hi,
There you go.
Very good.
Hi, Hugo.
And then one of his flatmates, she said, "Oh, you're gonna like Australia. I've been living here for 2 years, like back in the day, 3 years
She's
ago.
Brazilian as well.
She's Brazilian. Actually, I haven't bumped into her like since that day. Anyway, and then she said, "Oh, you're gonna find it weird, like because the way they speak is quite like different, you know." And then I said, "What do you mean?" And she said, like girls said, thank you, like thank you, like many times, and then." Said I know, you know what I'm saying? You know, I know.
I hate when it
So
says that.
like I'm not like make fun of her like
Oh, really?
Directly.
Oh,
See,
okay.
like,
Nice to know.
Directly.
Nice to know.
It depends on your
It doesn't-
behavior. Not directly, but I
Not
am
even
anyway.
it's not even because all of the Aussies out there, but just the way like it's different. Like something like you cannot find anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So like I know all of these kind of things. It's quite fun for us. Like
I think
have
it's
you-
because we pronounce the word like as it is. Like
Yes.
with the whole pronunciation. It's like America when they put the whole pronunciation on the words.
Yeah, like they spell
They
every
spell
single
every
every
vowel
single.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys come across with this kind of things or not? Like you guys, you too?
Yeah, in Australia.
Yeah, in
Yeah,
Australia.
a lot.
Like you know what I'm saying when I say like I know all those kind of things, you know, because I try to explain to them like Australians and then like for me,
Because
it's
for
like,
them it's normal.
yeah, for them
Yeah.
it's completely
Yeah, for them
normal. Like
normal,
yeah, for
And you were
yeah,
saying
But
that
of
to
course
my
you know
mum.
it's different. Of course you
Yeah.
know it's different from.
yeah, for us.
The
I think
world.
when I hear myself, I can see what he's talking about. But he was
Can
saying
you?
that to when
Really?
you were saying that to my mum, you were like, oh, you know that Emily says I know, and she's like, no,
No, I don't know.
what?
No,
I don't know.
Really?
I don't know.
Really?
And then I just try like how can I understand like how can you pay attention? Like it's very clear. She said,
Yeah.
I know.
So my mum says it, but my mum has a slight accent, as
How-
well, which is kind of funny.
How can I like understand and see, listen, watch, whatever you like?
She's with her every single time.
It's coming out from her mouth.
But
what I'm saying?
you know what that reminds me of? You know when you're snoring, you know when someone snores, and it's like the next day you say to them, "You snore so loudly," but then they're like, "No, I
No,
don't."
I don't.
No,
I don't
Of course
even know.
I
I don't
know,
even know.
What are you talking about? Like, because they genuinely don't know that they're snoring, but it's so obvious to you.
Oh,
that
but
he is
because
It's-
I'm not awake. That's why. But
Yeah,
you're
but that's
awake
what-
and you're saying.
That's what I'm kind of comparing it. That's what I'm comparing it to.
Ah, okay. Yeah. So this is one of the funny things that. But anyway, Hassel has met Emily, and then straight away I remind that girl
Conversation.
like 3 years ago. Like, fuck, she was right. You know?
Yeah, she was right.
Australian people, they say I know her, they say this, they say that. Like it was very fun, mate. It was
Very
Ah,
fun.
yeah, very
You know
fun.
what? You never say funny. You say fun. It was very fun. It was very fun.
It was very
Very
fun.
fun.
No worries. Now she take advantage of my English, but once she start learning Portuguese, it's gonna be my
Oh, your turn.
your
time.
turn.
It'll be your turn. You have your turn, cuz.
That's not fair.
Yeah, enjoy as much as you can, Daddy. No worries. Yeah.
You know what? My girl, she used to say, my ex-girl, she used to say like, she loved my accent as a Brazilian, like the way I pronounce the things, the way I pronounce the words.
I think
She
it
was like-
sounds so much nicer than the way Aussies do it.
Nah, mate.
Yeah, there's literally
Sounds
like,
better.
yeah, I think it sounds so much nicer and softer than "G'day, mate." It just sounds so bogan.
I don't know. She used to say like the way I was speaking was cuter than here in Australia. Actually,
Man,
speaking.
honestly,
I think it sounds
in the
nicer.
beginning, I was like very worried, very much a lot, very hips a lot. She's very,
Oh my god.
no, it's completely like this grammar's completely wrong because Emily, be careful, her guys, be careful.
Why?
Because
Yeah,
I have a friend of mine, like his name is Bueno.
Hey,
Say hi.
Bueno.
Hi,
Hey,
Bueno.
Bueno.
Somewhere.
The hair cutter?
And then
Nice
The
man.
hairdresser? The
Yeah,
hairdresser?
hairdresser.
yeah. And then the barber. And then Bueno was talking to her through a message. Oh, yeah, I miss a lot, like something.
I miss you very much a lot. Like
very
something
much.
that was
Wow.
really funny, but like his English was very broken. Like I'd have basic conversations, and I was trying to
Very
like.
basic.
His English was actually like
No, from
Really,
like
really
zero.
low.
No, from scratch. Yeah, zero.
Yeah,
Yeah,
scratch,
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh my God.
zero, yeah. And then like, Emily was making fun of him, like saying very much, a lot, very
And
a
then
lot.
that's become a part of our daily
Be careful, guys.
conversations.
Be careful. I told you.
she make fun of me after he.
In this relationship, I mean, the only angel here in this relationship.
Yeah, I can see the golden halo. It's standing over there, and you're standing far away from
This
it.
piece of halo.
The halo's there, not on your head.
There's no halo on
See,
you.
guys, he's very mean, guys. I suffer a lot. I talk to my mom. Mom,
suffer a lot. Poor bastard.
Be careful, mom.
Oh no, poor you! You had to put up with me every day teasing you. How horrible!
That's why I deserve a man.
Careful,
You had to have me cooking food for
I
you.
deserve-
and
I
take
deserve-
care of
Do you cook
you.
for her? Do you cook for her?
He hates cooking.
Oh,
He
you
hates it.
gosh.
Bro, what the fuck?
He hates
I just
cooking.
rather
I don't
like
get it.
look after the dishes, everything.
see,
like,
no.
You look after what?
The dishes.
The dishes. Like,
washing
pretty
And I
much
hate
fair.
washing up. That's how we're
Washing
meant
up,
to be
yeah.
together.
Pretty much fair.
Yeah.
But I've been doing like very quickly, like recently. Eh?
Yeah, because I've been at work and I've given you no choice. Cook for me. Cook food when I get home.
He knows how to make ice cubes and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
He's
can
good at
make
it.
toast, and usually it's the toaster that's cheesy.
Chicken, melted
Yeah.
cheese. What else, darling?
You get the alarm going when you try and cook.
Well, we can keep it there aside. Okay?
That's usually the only thing cheering you on, really. The
But
alarm.
like, I cannot wait to take her to Brazil because my mom, she cooks very well. And then
Oh, you gotta try the
she-
Brazilian food, really,
yeah.
I've
really.
had a little bit.
Well, have it- have-
Bro, learn how to make Brazilian food for. and make
You
fun.
should.
she had got some limitations because of her diabetes, stuff like that.
No, but you don't need to put sugar on the food.
Mm.
You can put like, I mean, like
Because I'm
you have
Swe-
problems with rice.
because
and
I'm
things like
Syrian
Carbs.
enough. I'm Syrian enough. I know that.
that.
Come
You can make
on,
food without carbs, like I don't
Yeah,
know.
you can. You just got to be a bit more selective. But
Yeah.
there's, a lot of things. So
And then
much food.
I find it so annoying this kind of things because sometimes she has to get up in the middle of the night to check her blood sugar, And then I just know there was one day there, remember when your level of sugar was too high, and then do you need more insulin or something? No, actually it was too low, and then I was do you need more
What a mess.
insulin? And
Yeah,
then-
and I'm
remember?
like, are you trying to kill me?
Because
What
when
happened?
You were
What
trying
because,
to
happened?
kill her.
because when it's too low, which means you need
You
to
need
give
sugar.
her you need
Need
sugar.
sugar.
Yeah.
Not insulin.
Yeah,
because if you
I was-
insulin, you
yeah.
die.
And I was about to give her insulin because I didn't know. And then after dating her, like all this time, I noticed, fuck, like it's not like it's something very serious. Even in Cornelius, when I was working as a waiter, and someone work out, can I get a Coke Zero, for example?
Bubbling from
And
my
I give that. I give number Coke. Fuck.
If they die, you're
Shit,
responsible.
wait
But imagine if that person is like diabetes, bro.
You can kill someone,
You
bro.
guys, can I get a Coke Zero? Once are diabetes? Oh, no, okay, very good. And I'm saying, so, mate, you gotta be careful with this kind of things because if you give her like a number of Coke, mate, the level of sugar goes so high, isn't it, Danny?
Yeah.
Yes.
I won't feel very nice.
Yeah.
Do you carry the insulin with you?
Yeah, everywhere. Literally has to come with me everywhere I go.
Oh my god.
So, but like, is that one you can use it anytime?
Yeah,
like-
it's like a pen. So
I gotta keep on the fridge. Oh, right, the pain
you
thing.
do have to keep it in the fridge only really if it's hot weather. So if it's like 30 degrees in summer, I have to have like a cool.
The way it is now is alright.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, totally
Alright.
fine.
What about in Dubai? In Dubai, it's 100 degrees.
Yeah, Dubai, I would struggle a little bit.
Have you been there, by the way? There,
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
mom has,
My mum's been there. I've been to the airport. I haven't been outside the airport. So just the stopover. But I've heard it's beautiful. I've seen so many photos. I think she's been every continent except America. She's been literally everywhere.
Except America, like
Yeah,
United
except
States
America.
or
Yeah, I
South
actu-
America.
No, America and South America she hasn't been.
Mm.
And Canada. But I think everywhere else in the world she's been. I've said to her, I want to take you to Hawaii. I was going to shout her like holiday, like a surprise holiday, just to say that she's been there. I said, I want to take you somewhere that's not Europe. Because every time she goes to Europe or she goes to...
her mom has been so many places, man. So
Yeah.
like, heaps.
she's been
Very much a lot. Very heaps a lot.
Even more...
Like Buenos Aires. Bullshit.
You asked me after the break, before actually when we were in the break, about our goals with the podcast, what we're expecting about it.
Yeah, your aims and like what you want to achieve with it.
Yeah, like we like working with English and Portuguese podcasts, so we can try to reach more people. And our main goal, at least my goal, is like trying to motivate people to learn English, to come to Australia, and understand more about the culture here. That's why it's good to bring Australians here. And
Yeah, they can give like a fresh perspective from
yeah,
first
fresh
world
perspective, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And also like hear about Brazilians, what is living here. So whenever we have Brazilian here, we talk about their lives here, like how it's been for you, how are you dealing with your life here, how's your English going, things like that. And like the main thing, at least for me, is inspire people to come and
That's really cool.
and learn English at least. I'll sell English course for someone.
Send
I will.
English codes for
I gotta sell English cards. I'll write my book and do it. I swear to God, this year I'll try.
Come on.
There, let me ask something. So, how do you feel like so many immigrants come
I
to
saw-
Australia? Like,
I was about to ask this.
because like in Brazil, it's very rare to find someone from another country. But here in Australia, as you can see, like
Here it's
people from everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, how do you feel like all of the jobs in Australia has been taken by immigrants?
Immigrants.
Or
I think to an
how you
extent
feel like, yeah.
I feel like it's normal. I feel like so many people, it's just like you say, oh, there's so many people here. We're probably one of the most multicultural.
Can you put a microphone a bit closer?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
That's all right.
We're probably one of the most multicultural countries in the world. Like you say, I'm from here. I've got this background. I've been here. Oh, it's so normal. You don't even like bat an eyelid. It's so normal. And yeah, I think to an extent, a lot of industries are being taken over.
What is your background?
My mum's Swedish and my
your-
dad's Irish.
Irish.
So-
Wow.
And I've turned out
And these
very
blue
Aussie.
eyes came from Switzerland.
Sorry,
Where this blue eye came from?
it's my mum, Sweden.
Switzerland.
Yeah.
I think
Blue eye.
I think everyone in my family has blue eyes, like going back. Yeah.
Your children are gonna have blue eyes, buddy. Or fucking black eyes.
What can I do?
They're gonna come out with one brown, one blue, and
Yo,
orange
bro.
hair or something.
A weird hair.
Green.
Green hair.
Because
Our
he has
son's
like
got-
he has a
gonna-
straight hair. You have like.
They're gonna come out with your color hair, I think.
Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know if it's a good thing. I don't know if it's a good thing. I don't know if it's a good thing.
I think our son or daughter gonna have
Brown skin.
a cardboard skin collar.
Cardboard.
Cardboard.
What the
Skin
fuck?
collar, like below.
That doesn't sound healthy.
Doesn't sound good.
No, it doesn't sound good at all.
Well, in Portuguese it makes sense, you know.
In Portuguese, bro.
So
Yeah.
that's one more thing. But do you feel like we are
Darling, why don't you say baby or
Baby.
her name or something? Like what darling?
Darling.
Okay, say something else.
Bro, I used to say
Yeah, please.
I used to say darling for my customers. And my girl, she was like, please don't call them darling. I was like, I love saying darling. I love saying that. Let me say darling. They love me.
Darling.
Like whenever I had a customer was like, hey darling, how can I help you? That's it.
I think that's
Easy.
like fairly normal.
Yeah.
I think I think if you were gonna call a customer baby, that would be a bit
Yeah.
weird. But
No,
darling is
don't
like
say that.
I think darling is fine. Like
I like to hear dirty from like old ladies. You know what I'm saying? I think when I'm serving them at Cornelius, like people like her mama, you know, Danny, like old ladies saying,
are you calling
"Hi,
my mum
darling."
old?
Old lady.
Old
Oh.
sex.
Who is sexy?
Hey old
bro?
sexy lady, how can I help you?
Better not refer to my mum as an
Very
old sexy
professional.
lady. That is so off.
Sorry, I tried to like get the things right, and then oh my god,
You've dug a hole
I think I'm
deeper.
missing a lot of shit right now. You know.
Digging a hole.
My mum, if you are watching this, please turn it off.
But
Take the
actually,
kids out of the room.
Yeah.
my mom, she's very lovely. She's very beautiful. Seriously.
Good save.
Yeah, good save.
I'm getting there, so I'm getting better. So
I'm getting better.
So do you think like we are taking Australia's job or not really? Like, do you think like there are so many jobs for everyone out there?
Or we're
What do you
stealing the
reckon?
jobs.
Yeah.
I feel like
Also, one more thing. What do you think about?
Well, don't answer it. Wait.
Wait.
He has
See
more.
what I say? He goes on one topic and then he just drew like.
Because
He has more coming
I'm
up.
gonna forget, you know. And then what do you think about the visa restrictions? Because
Two big questions.
yeah, big
Yeah.
question, so yeah.
I think visa restrictions, like as they are at the moment, or with Corona, or
No, it has the at the moment.
I think they're quite unfair in a lot of ways. And actually, I work with a lot of people who are on visas, and some people from India, some people from Asia, and a lot of people I work with are from Asia on student visas. And I hear about the 20-hour restrictions. I hear about how hard it is to actually study at university. And when I was actually applying to start my practical training tomorrow, I looked at the price difference. And for Australian students and resident, like people from Australia, there's about almost an 8K difference between what you'd be expected to pay if you were on a student visa. And things like that just make it so difficult because I don't think the government wants anyone to stay.
Yeah,
They literally want you to come for 2-3 years, boost up the economy, and then go back to your country. They don't
Yes.
want you to meet anyone or stay here. And I find that, like,
Well, I don't know if you're stealing jobs, to be honest. Because, like, if you see, we have nowadays, we have more people, we have more jobs than people to work. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's
in
true.
in some industries. I think it depends on the industry.
some-
Yeah, it depends.
Yeah.
Like construction, definitely.
Oh,
We-
construction, yeah.
We need people.
Heaps.
We need people. I don't know why the fuck, but like we need people in construction. Like we have more construction than people sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think things like accounting, law, even there are too many graduates. Like there's too. They should put like a cap on how many graduates there are because there's not enough positions, and that's
Not
why
enough.
it's so competitive. I think it depends on the specific job you're talking about. But then again, you've got a lot of like people migrating here from especially China, and they're setting up their own businesses. They're buying here, the ones that have a lot of money, property, everything. And then once they establish their business, they're getting people, like they're getting their family members take over the business.
Mm.
So that's how they're sort of getting in as well. So I think there's a lot of people that are also doing it themselves. They're not, they're setting up their own businesses.
Mm-hmm.
So
But
Interesting.
but I do understand like the government side, which means like imagine if it was like like way easier for
Yeah.
them to migrate. So eventually there are no jobs for everyone. No, like that, now there are plenty of jobs and less demand because it's like it's harder to for people to immigrate. You know, because if it was that easy, like would it be like overpopulated? It would be
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying, like we guys we run out like jobs, everything like that. So I do understand that, like even like saying like because I'm an immigrant, so I do understand their side as well. Imagine like, okay guys, stay here for 2 years, you're gonna get a residence. Like imagine like everyone get a residency, so eventually there's no
Overpopulated as well.
many jobs for everyone, like looking for immigrants or Australians, like everyone. So I think I think 20 hours it sucks because like as you said, darling, for us it's very expensive to pay schools.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
so
I don't know. I was told that here in Australia, you. I was told that here in Australia you have like more people to. Fuck! I forgot my point. Wait, I'll
That's a
have,
good
I'll have it.
question.
I'll have it again. I'll have it again. Right. So I was told that here in Australia, you have more people to. Fuck! I forgot. I'll try to find. I'll try to find.
no
I'll,
worries.
I'll remember. I'll remember.
No problem.
What was the first question you asked her?
About whether jobs are being taken.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it. You
I
got it. You
figured
got it.
So I was told that here in Australia, you guys pay 20 or 30% of the price that we pay for unis or TAFE.
I think it's more.
I guess you pay 30% of the price or something like that. Like if we want to study in a TAFE, you gotta pay, I don't know,
I don't know, let's say 10K, you pay like
12,000 a year, or I don't know, 20,000 a year, depends on the TAFE you're doing. But like you Australians, you would pay less than us.
Yeah.
And also for health insurance.
Yeah.
even for free, mate. I've heard it. Seriously.
Yeah. If you have like Medicare, they subsidize like everything. Especially if you've got like, I've got my
Electricity bills sometimes.
Yeah. I feel like and that's the same with uni as well. And TAFE now is becoming a lot more expensive as well. Like regardless of the course, regardless of whether it's uni or TAFE, everything's becoming more expensive. And I think for immigrants, definitely it's a lot more. There's no cover for, if you get injured at work.
Remember when I went to Concord Hospital?
Yeah.
And I had a 1 year ache.
Yeah. It was
Only to see
really
the-
bad ear infection.
Yeah, so only to see the doctor would cost me $300.
Just for a consult.
Yeah.
So I said,
Not even a
fuck
medicine.
that. Let's
Yeah.
just go up the road to the GP.
Yeah.
I think how
What the
much,
GPs?
What
How
is
much-
Well, a GP is
how
like
much did he charge you?
Clínico geral.
Ah,
GP, yeah. He charged me $70, but your dad, he took after me as well. He looked at-
Yeah, but I mean, they can just charge so much more because you don't have a Medicare or some other sort of health fund. And I just find it like,
Whereas for you, it would be for free, darling.
it wouldn't be for free, but it would be subsidized, most of it.
But will be
Or
costing like what?
20.
150 bucks? Or
Even $20 an in, darling.
what?
I went to I think I went once for something, I can't remember what it was. It was something quite small, but I think I only had to pay like a $20 or $30 gap fee because everything just got covered by Medicare.
$30.
Yeah.
Bro, that's a dream.
Whereas for me, would it be $300?
Yeah, that's what I'm
But
saying.
it doesn't make sense because we were supposed to be working 20 hours, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how are we going to take care of ourselves?
Yeah, well,
Exactly.
that's the thing. And
Right.
if you're not covered, if you say have an accident at work, which isn't your fault, or even if you do, like whatever, I mean, you want the security of having work cover or some sort of organization covering you. If you've got to have 6 months off, it just doesn't make any sense because you're paying tax. You don't get tax back. You're getting paid to work legally for 20 hours, even though you're not on contract. How can they not cover any health expenses or, I would be pretty shitty about that.
But yeah, you gotta pay more to leave less.
Yeah.
That makes
Yeah,
sense. You know what I
exactly.
mean?
Yeah, and that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. That's where it gets unfair. I mean, yes, you want to strike a balance between people coming here enjoying and not making it too easy for people either, because otherwise you get overcrowded. It would be too easy for everyone. But I feel like if you make it too difficult, people are just not going to want to come in the first place. They're going to think there's no point. Like, there's no point me spending this money for me to not go anywhere. I may as well just stay in my country or go somewhere else. Like,
Even I was telling him as well, darling, about the job keeper as well. Like in Brazil, we have been get help for how much? 600 real a month, which is
a month.
which like
$200.
$200 a month.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
whereas here, like one of her friends was getting $700 a week. You
A
know,
week.
Yeah, and she
So-
wasn't doing anything.
yeah,
Nothing.
zero. Yeah, yeah. So and then
Tough.
even during the quarantine, like the pandemic, when it hit really pretty hard here in Australia last year, the prime minister said like overseas guys can go home and like go back
Yeah.
to your country, like because actually all of the overseas here we make the economy, you know, like
That's
if
the
you go
thing.
to construction, if you go to hospitality,
Hospitality,
yeah,
particularly.
like there are more immigrants rather than Australians.
Australians itself.
Sure.
And then the first like response when these things happen was, "Oh, go back to your country." Like no support at all.
But
That's
then,
a-
but then what happened after we got out of the quarantine was, "I'll come back."
but
come back.
how, like
Yeah, that was that just to me
yeah,
is
that's the only thing that I don't agree. But like about the visa restrictions, like I think would be
Make sure.
it makes sense to me because otherwise it would be very populated Australia. We guys we run out of jobs, you know. So
Bro, you need to know that the government is a business, right? The only thing I do not understand is why would you take advantage of overseas, like of foreigners? You know what I mean? Like,
it's all money. Literally, it's just a money game, and I feel like anywhere that the government can increase their profits, they will,
they will,
and they can do that more easily of people that aren't citizens.
Even fine
Unfortunately.
because they won't stay here longer.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
even fine because I have paid so many fines here in Australia.
Oh my god.
I remember that camera one day.
How I'm never gonna forget that. Do you want to give us a bit of a briefing about? I know what happened.
What did he do? What did he do?
No, I was on the phone and then literally like it was a paparazzi like got me.
Paparazzi.
Yeah, paparazzi.
No.
What can I do, guys? Alright. And
Okay,
then
Mr.
I was
Famous.
on the I was
Mr.
on-
Famous.
I was a prospect hallway and then I was on the phone with my supervisor and literally the camera like grabbed me and then like the fog was like
But tell them what happened after that.
Yeah.
What happened? How did you actually lose your license?
oh you don't, I don't know. I didn't know.
What you mean? Don't what you mean? You don't know?
Okay, so basically what happened was
I got 3 fines in a row. That's right.
yes, he got and from the same camera
Ah.
in the same week. In the same week, three.
Was 24th, 25th.
Sorry, because you deserve it. You deserve it.
Was 3 fines. Like
You,
yeah.
you don't deserve a driver
We
license.
were talking
Actually,
about how to check your
That
demerits.
paparazzi is really good actually.
The paparazzi was there, like with the camera, with the lens, like, come on, Gus, come on, Gus. I know you're gonna come here. I know you'll come here.
Was the same fucking camera on 24th,
8:30 p.m. every day.
25th, 26th.
Like 6
3
in the
days
morning,
in a row, yeah.
like in early morning.
Yeah.
But
3
what?
days.
You're using your phone in all of it.
Oh, well, no, I
You
like
can
it.
see that. He was like, oh, maybe I can just say it wasn't me driving. And then we looked at the photos and I'm like,
There's no way to say that.
Yeah.
No way, bro.
There's no way to say that.
Mate, even like
He posted the photo on Instagram. I showed the photo to my boss. I was like, bro, look this yash. Look this yash. It's visible. It's visible.
and it's not once, it was 3 times. That's what gets me.
and I lost my license for 3 months, mate.
How much is it? Like?
3 months.
Was 1,000 something. Yeah.
Yeah, it was over
And
1,000.
each one?
Sorry?
Each one?
No, total.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
I think it was like
total.
450 or
No,
something.
300.
Okay,
350.
but- that's
350,
alright.
Yeah, 350.
Ah, this is the fine you've been paying
I mean, yeah, I've been paying
Monthly.
like weekly,
weekly.
But
so $20 a week.
what about your license?
So I lost my license, all of the points, and then now I got my license back like a month ago, and then I still have only 3 points left to lose it again.
So no more phone cameras.
See Australia. I mean, making the economy better. Give me the visa.
They won't send you back to Brazil because you're the biggest contributor to the economy.
Big contributor.
I think the prime minister is gonna give him a medal. Oh, August deserve a medal.
So that's what your plan is. That's how you're planning to stay here.
You think it
Smart.
work like
He's
this?
a
It doesn't work like this, bro.
But I think Australia has been implementing like a lot of laws. Like if you put your arm off the window,
Yeah. Even
what
if you're putting
else?
your arm out the window, someone
They
got
take it really
fined.
seriously, don't they?
Yeah.
yeah, I think.
But now, you know how they have those signs that say 50, like a speed limit area, and then they will say red light speed camera ahead or whatever. Now apparently they're gonna get
They
rid
don't
of
say
all of
anymore.
those. Yeah.
They don't say
They're not
anymore.
gonna, they're gonna
Oh,
give
no.
no warning at all.
Oh.
In Brazil, that's how it works. It's been working like this for ages.
In Queensland too, but I think it's just New South Wales that does that. Now everyone's complaining and saying, "Oh, I'm going to get an app that takes me away because there's like a way. It's called Waze, I think. It's an app.
That's exactly the app we use in Brazil.
Yeah, and it takes you away from all the cameras. It tells you where all the cameras are.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
100%.
Yeah, really?
yeah,
Waze,
And a-
bro. You gotta
and a
use
lot
it.
of
They're
people
good for
are
you,
saying
bro.
that they're going to get that app now.
Fuck, I'm gonna save a lot of money.
But then my logic is why are you really complaining? You're doing the wrong thing anyway. If you're going
Exactly.
70 in a 50 zone and you're complaining because they haven't given you a warning, you're doing the wrong thing. Like, why should you need a warning
Thank
for that?
God we have
Yeah.
Like-
someone to talk about it. Yeah. But like in Brazil, you don't have sign. You don't
Yeah.
have sign. They don't have.
I
They
know.
don't give a previous sign. Like they barely show you. But
Yeah.
like, not really much.
What I find very annoying here in Australia is like the road's pretty good, but
Speed limit.
Speed limit is like,
Yeah.
oh, you know, prospect the highway or any road.
It's like
Then-
70.
Bro, in a tunnel,
Yeah,
60,
that
60
is
kilometers.
And it's an
Yeah.
expressway. They've made literally an expressway
Like
from
West
Concord,
Connect.
yeah, to the west, and
West
it's like
Connect.
80 kilometers. And I'm thinking, this is not an express road. They made it slower because of the speed limit.
But they barely have accidents on the road.
Like, yeah,
I never
Yeah,
seen
agree.
Yeah, in the morning, yeah, quite a lot, yeah.
In the morning,
breakdowns.
quite a
It's
lot?
more breakdowns, I think, than
Yeah,
accidents.
yeah, exactly.
So
Have you been to an accident here, by the way, there in
Yeah.
Australia?
yeah,
Yeah.
had a
Like a
few.
really bad one. Like I had my motorcycle run off. Remember?
I have never had my car written off, but I've had a couple of bad ones. Yeah.
Maybe because then I think I smoke a little bit. So
What did you do with your
Maybe
motorcycle?
my mind was in Mars. You know?
You didn't have yourself in there.
I literally I crashed into a truck, you know, and then
You are so lucky.
yeah,
I don't know
bro.
how nothing bad
But
happened.
you were driving against the truck, or
no, actually there was a parked truck on the street, like, and then it was 3 a.m. in the morning, and then the street was completely empty, like a desert. And then there was one little truck, and then I'm gonna hit the truck.
Let's go.
you had to point to the
And
truck.
then, that's my target. You know? Bro,
There it is.
Maybe
There
the
it is.
paparazzi will catch me as
And
well.
then the
Paparazzi catch this accident.
man, the width of the street, man, was like that big, and the truck was that small. Man, fuck that. Right? And then my
And he was
motorcycle-
parked.
Yeah, it was parked. Like
It was stopped.
doing nothing, like
Just
here.
chilling.
I mean,
Just
Minding its
chilling.
business.
the truck was sleeping, you know, and then I was
And then a guy that was awake.
straight away,
Blew the
man.
horn.
And then my motorcycle rolled off straight away. My motorcycle.
I'm glad you
Fuck.
weren't written off. I'm
Yeah.
surprised you weren't.
And you were okay with that, weren't you?
Yeah,
Like,
I like. Wait,
100%.
Yeah, I love the accent. Like pretty good.
did you have any scratch or something?
No
Like-
scratch. No scratch.
Wow.
all that.
Nothing.
No,
So lucky.
Yeah.
Nothing.
So
He showed me the bike. It was literally like squashed.
Well, how
It
did
was
Wow, it happened
bad.
exactly the same thing with me in Brazil
Squash.
when I was in Brazil with Pedro. We had a motorcycle
I've heard
accident
they're really common. Are they really common in Brazil?
What?
Yes.
Motorbike accidents.
Oh my god.
because we have more than
Every
here.
time.
So
Because we
many-
have more than here. Because like in Brazil, you can drive between the cars. Here you
Oh
can't.
my!
You know, so
Yeah.
that's the point. That's the point. So we have like cars crossing, like taking over,
Without
motorcycles taking over without no sign. anything.
indicator and
Yeah.
yeah.
So like accidents are quite
It's
often in
quite
Brazil.
common. Yes.
Quite often. But like the motorcycle accident I had with him,
Mm.
the driver was actually driver. He stopped in the middle of the avenue, and I was like, "You're not gonna turn." And I'm not experienced. I'm not a really experienced with motorcycle, right?
Right.
So like I was driving a Harley Davidson,
Oh yeah.
like 700,
and a nice bike.
a 700 kilograms motorcycle plus Pedro on the back and myself driving with no experience.
What with him? Really?
Yeah, I was with
Fuck.
him, bro.
But bro, just one
How was
scratch.
that? Really?
Just one, really good, bro. Do you know the big ones, like the really big,
Yeah.
fat, juicy ones? Like
I think you and my dad are gonna get along.
no,
He loves Harley.
Yeah, does
He's
he?
had a couple of Harleys. He loves bikes.
Oh
Does
my
he still have?
god.
No,
No, he doesn't have.
But it was a really nice bike too.
Now he's a car lover now.
Now he's a car lover.
Car over.
Yeah.
Carlo.
Anyway, I lost the motorcycle.
what
Rug
actually
off?
happened? What actually
Rug
happened?
Huh?
Rug off
Yeah.
the motorcycle. Really?
100%, bro.
Fuck. But where did you hit?
Bro, the car he just stopped in the middle of the road.
He
And
was
I-
driving normally and
Yeah,
he stopped.
I was going up the hill,
Really?
and then when like I faced him, he was like 15 meters away or 20 meters away, and I thought he was waiting. He would be waiting for me, but he didn't wait. He went through. He stopped in the middle of the avenue. I was like, "It's better you go. It's better you go." He didn't go. He was waiting for the next car in my lane, on my lane.
I saw it was his fault basically.
So yeah, completely his fault. But if I was experienced enough,
You could have done something.
yeah, I
else.
could have done
Yeah,
something
yeah,
something to
could've.
stop the motorcycle.
Definitely could have.
But like, bro, I wasn't, and he was wrong. You know what I mean? And I was quite fast in the beginning, but before we crashed the
You would have
motorcycle.
been slowing up.
Yeah, exactly. But
Luckily.
before we crashed, before we crashed in the car, we were much slower. Like, bro, I was driving 7 kilometers going up the hill.
Yeah.
Then I went down.
But wasn't enough to like get the motorcycle right off.
Bro,
Yeah.
he killed the motorcycle. basically.
It's gone.
Bro,
Yeah,
the motorcycle
it's
was,
gone.
bro, I killed his car. He was a Uber, by the way. The car wasn't even his car. It was his mom's car that she bought. She didn't buy. She asked the bank to buy for her. So you know what I mean?
So it's like a loan.
Finance.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
So she bought the car, and she was paying the bank. You know, so like that was his first trip as Uber in the morning. It was Saturday morning, so he has just done one trip, and he got divorced with his wife. So like he had so many
Poor
so
boy.
many problems.
Poor
so
boy,
many
Poor
problems.
boy.
Was he young?
He was like roughly 30, 32, 35 years old.
And bro, that was 1 month before we came to Australia.
Were you guys injured at all?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little
really?
bit.
Not really much. Pedro, he got scratched here
Yeah.
on his arm.
And
He
it
still
was
had-
like 1 month.
1 month before
you guys
come
came
to Australia.
Yeah.
Bro,
And that's
imagine
what
if-
made you want to come here.
Imagine
Fuck
if
the
you
bikes.
broke my arm, bro. Imagine if you broke my arm 1 month before to come to Australia.
But at that time, did you guys?
Bro,
did you
I
guys
hit
have-
my ribs on
Not
the floor,
even
bro.
arm. Imagine if you'd hit your head or like
Yeah,
something more
yeah.
serious. You
Yeah.
know.
By that time, did you guys have your visa approved by that time?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
everything was ready to
Everything
go.
was ready. Everything was ready. Just waiting for us.
Yeah, we were just waiting for the day
Yeah.
to catch the airplane and go. But like, anyway, I paid for the motorcycle. I was saving money to come, so like I paid for the insurance to
Yeah.
tell them like, yeah, the motorcycle is broken. Can you please help me out?
Did
And
you-
my name wasn't in insurance, so the
Oh.
insurance didn't know that I was driving. So I had to ask my dad to say, please say that you were driving. And my dad, he hates doing these things. He was like, I will do it just to save your eyes and save my eyes as well.
So what would have happened if you didn't do that? They wouldn't have covered it.
Yeah.
They wouldn't
They
have.
wouldn't
They wouldn't have.
And you would be fucked.
Yeah. But I had to
Yeah.
pay for to fix the car.
Call the how do you
Even
call
if
it?
it was-
The access.
Yeah, the excess.
Yeah, the excess,
That would have
yeah.
been expensive too. Because do they have like an age limit with the excess? Because I know in Australia,
Is under 25.
under 25, and if
Okay.
you have an accident, which is your
500.
fault, the excess is so much
Yeah,
higher.
just because at the time that I was under 25,
Yeah.
I paid $500 extra.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have different price.
That's a
for-
that's a good point to be older that wanted to stay J.
to hit a car and pay less.
Now I can hint like easily. I'm gonna save $500 easy.
Well, that's great. But it's like, is that the kind of logic you had when you got caught by the camera?
Well,
I think that worked out really well for you, didn't it?
Oh my god.
But yeah,
I'll be saving. Yeah.
I had to pay for the car bills,
yeah.
even if he was wrong, and we agreed. We had a deal. We were like, all right, so you don't tell anyone about it. Don't tell your insurance that I was here. Tell insurance my dad was here.
That's to this guy.
To this guy,
Yeah,
tell my
okay.
dad I was here. Tell your insurance that the guy didn't have insurance for himself.
So, like, okay,
yeah,
there was
that
like
was
you
the
had
point.
some leverage.
Yeah,
over him, yeah.
exactly. So I was like, please don't tell anyone.
And then I won't
I'll
tell.
fix you up. I'll give you your money. Will you do everything? I'll talk to you tomorrow. Because today actually,
Yes.
my family, my how do you call it in Australia when you are married with someone and after 30 years
You
are
celebrate something.
It's anniversary.
Oh,
Special.
anniversary.
Anniversary.
yeah, a kind of anniversary, but like
Yeah.
special one, right? After 30 years,
Yeah.
you even change the rings.
Oh, okay, like a renewal of wedding.
Yeah,
vows
yeah,
kind of
exactly,
thing.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
That hoping one day you can know what it actually means. What do you think?
Come on, Booker.
I know. I tried to be curious. You know that. I said hopefully one day.
I think we've got about another 29 something years to go.
Yeah.
Let's forget about it. Let's go back. We'll go back to
Forget.
Forget.
Long journey.
We're joking. We're joking. Yeah.
But yeah, we made a deal, and that's how it ended up. Like I paid him.
Oh, that kind of worked out well, luckily. Yeah.
Big
Augusto,
headache.
how do you feel living in a Aussie life? You're living in the Aussie life, bro.
With
You're-
very Aussie
you work
people.
with your Australians. You live with Australians. You have an Australian girlfriend. How do you feel it to change your
actually-
You
culture?
breathe Australia.
Honestly, I feel very Aussie to be honest, man. No, actually, mate, my life in Brazil was pretty much like that. So I was working at a company. like
You're speaking in English every day.
No, but the only difference was only
Paying the
English.
dollars.
But now, like after living in Australia for 3 years, I feel like Portuguese English is not like the same. Because Portuguese is still my mother
Better.
language, but I feel like English I can I can communicate myself at any situation. Like I've been to the
Can talk about anything.
yeah, I've been to a police station when I got fraud like by someone else, and then I had to report everything. When my motorcycle, when I crashed my motorcycle, I had to call insurance. Everything that I have to solve by phone call, all these things I can do it. Me and her went to the bank, that to get our joint account. So I was talking to her like I was talking Portuguese in Brazil. So well, when you get especially by living with Emily, your English is like improve a little bit, but like I think my English has already improved before by the time I started dating her. That how you feel like when like you said it already, but when I met you in the club, like my English was okay.
It was fine.
Yeah,
It was fine. We could talking. Like,
You just couldn't
time.
understand because of the music.
Yeah, that was the only thing.
And then I could express myself and how much I like her. So
In a bar. You were
like
expressing yourself, saying how much you liked
through
her.
message. Like when I was talking to her through message, that was like essay, and like
Yeah.
like our message. And then
I was with my friend and she's like, "Oh my god, are you trying to just send each other essays or like review each other's uni essays or something?" She goes, "Me and my boyfriend just say, yo, have a good day. Yep, cool. See you later." Like she goes like,
She was completely
when
different.
you were getting to know each other before, I was like writing down a bunch of messages and then try to express my feeling. Then she got what I meant before. So
eventually.
Yeah.
That's the key word. Eventually. Took a
Eventually.
while.
yeah, so I think my life is pretty much not the same, but like English gets better like day by day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I don't think you ever stop learning.
yeah,
Like really.
No.
like rap after.
Fucking
Say this word, guys, please. Say this word. Rap after.
Like a rat up a rafter.
right up or
Rap
after.
after.
Right up or after.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like
Right
Very
up or
quick.
up.
Rat.
Right.
Like a rat.
Rat.
after.
A rat.
Yeah.
A red.
Up or
Red.
after.
Red up or
But
after.
like, but
Red
Wow.
up
but
or
this
after.
So you said it perfectly. Say it again.
Red up or after.
Yeah.
Right up or
Say
after.
it.
actually said it perfectly because it's the microphone that.
My microphone is different, right?
Yeah, well, yours isn't working very well.
The microphone is a magical thing.
yours needs a bit of work then.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
working for you.
Yeah, but like I feel like, hey, yeah, like this kind of words is one off, you know.
But like,
So-
how'd you say that? Like, I want to go to the toilet.
Like, I
Right
think
up or after, or
it's,
like-
it's more like discussing, like saying that someone did something very quickly. I've never actually used it in a sentence, but it's like,
see, like,
How'd you actually use it? Don't need to create a sentence, but like, if you use it,
yeah,
how would it be?
what is the situation?
like you'd be describing what someone's done. Like if you were to say they did something really quickly, or I'll be back really quickly.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
you're describing the action that someone's taking or has taken.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And
yeah.
but I've never actually used it. That's like a really old-fashioned kind of slang.
I don't want old fashioned. That's alright.
the good thing is when Emily, when I talk to her in English, she speaks like very easy, you know, man. I'm like, wait. Sometimes like fuck, like I wish the words could come out of my mouth,
You wish what?
like come out the words come out my mouth.
Like,
Like,
easily.
has his, has hers, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
but-
I used to say to my girl, "Oh, he's speaking English so well."
yeah.
Like, she
But
actually
To
did.
her.
Yeah, to her.
You're
Yeah,
Yeah, but
also
she's
She's Australian.
Yeah, she's awesome. Yeah.
She can speak so well, bro. Like her language, her
I'd be
English was like
concerned
clean.
if she didn't.
Her English was clean, like you couldn't understand
Perfect.
properly. Easily,
Yeah.
easily.
Yeah, but it's gonna Emily. She gonna get a bit the feeling when she started learning Portuguese as well. I think.
Yeah, but
Yeah, she's not gonna. Yeah. Well,
How long you want to stay there in Brazil? How
Yeah,
long for,
we're
like,
we aiming to
3
stay
months?
there
3
for
months?
how long? There?
3?
months.
Yeah, 3
Wow.
months.
3
Nice.
months.
I was planning for 2.
Yeah.
Or 3 is good.
Yeah, so I think she's gonna do well. She speak a lot other language. Do you, Danny? She speak a little Swedish as well because of her mom.
But no one's in Brazil speaking Swedish.
Yeah, that's the thing, and it's not a language that's ever really spoken outside of Sweden. So it's kind of like that's why I didn't sort of try and learn it more when I was younger as well. 'Cause it's just Spanish is different, Italian's different, and French, but Swedish is one of those languages. It's just it sounds nice and different, but it's not very practical.
Right, one more thing, like Pedro asking me, and then wanting you to reply him out. How do you feel like when you like, for example, in Paramount, I was sharing my room.
Yes,
Like in
that's a
Paramount,
very good question.
Very good
Yeah.
question. Like in Paramount, I was sharing my room with another two guys, which was my brother and another friend, Bueno. So I was sharing my room with another two people. So how you see like this kind of situation? Like how did you see that reality of mine? You know what I'm saying?
Like, do you
What was the thought?
Yeah.
was I comfortable or like
comfortable
strange
or because like you live your parents, like your daddy,
yeah.
and so you
Your
have
misconception about it.
yeah, like in Brazil, it's not very common at all. Like I go to someone's house and see like a bunch of people living there, like you know what I'm saying? like in Paramount, for example, I was sharing my room with another two guys, and another room was Bruno, another room was Fabricio. So how do you
Sometimes
feel
I house
like,
with 8
yeah,
people.
like
Yeah.
So how did you see that situation? Fuck, he has no privacy or something like that. Did you see?
I didn't really think about it too much, to be honest. Like, because I felt pretty comfortable around all of them. Like, you know, from the get go, like it was pretty chill, pretty easy to be there.
Even in the beginning.
Yeah,
like,
I don't think there was anything weird about it, or like I thought it was. I mean, yeah, like in Australia, you usually get people living with their parents, or even sisters living together, or brothers, or anything like that. And it's not as common to get like a whole share house kind of thing. But I found it was actually really nice because you're all so close. You got your brother close to you. It's kind of nice because I think a lot of people aren't as close to their parents or siblings, you know, especially in Australia. So
as I was telling her before, in Brazil, I would leave my parents' house just to get married. You know, otherwise I wouldn't leave. I think my parents' house.
No, you reckon?
Because that's what I think. Because like, why should I leave my parents' house to pay renters?
To pay unnecessary.
unnecessary things. Like I couldn't
Yeah.
like save that money to invest on maybe traveling or buy a car or whatever. You know,
especially in Brazil when money's so hard to get.
yeah.
Like in Australia, it's different. Like you have money in that week, and then even if you spend a bit more than you plan, like you get paid the next week, and it's still the same amount of money. And
You can keep it up. Usually.
yeah, the dollar is good, everything like that. But in Brazil, there's less incentive to move out. I think.
By saying that, I knew that after that house, like I knew that I needed to get my own privacy. You know, like if like that after the house, I moved to Maryland, with the West, and then I didn't get any sharing room. I was living in a sharing house. What is pretty weird house to live at.
It was
Anyway,
different.
yeah.
Why?
Yeah,
Maryland?
Yeah, my
Maryland?
flatmate was quite strange. Like I wasn't that close to them. Like you know, they're pretty weird. You know, they were not Brazilian. One of them was Aussie. Another one, like
Another one you never saw.
I
It was
never
just sort of
actually-
like
I lived
the
in-
house was always empty, wasn't
yeah.
it?
Yeah,
You'd
I
come
was-
home and it was cold and like all the lights were off. And it
Yeah,
was
like-
pretty different to when you like I'd go over to Piedmont and like all the boys would be around
Yeah.
smoking or drinking and the lights were on. I was like, oh hey, this feels pretty comfortable. So it was like nothing like that.
Yeah, and then but I knew that house it needed to be like a private, a single room, like you say here in Australia. So because like would it be a bit awkward to share a room with someone who I never haven't seen in my life, and then bring Emily in, and then fuck how weird it would be, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So yeah,
It's different when you get into a relationship, I think.
yeah, and then
Like you do need a bit of privacy.
after Maryland we started living together. you know?
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's good for you guys.
I followed him everywhere except from Bondi and
Bondi,
Chippendale.
yeah.
Bondi, or have you been in Bondi? Like,
Yeah, I left.
Chile? Have you
I did live in Bondi for 3 months, like,
oh, I didn't know
I
about
think
it.
1 year and a half ago. Yeah,
Ah,
because
okay.
Yeah, 'cause you
after
didn't know
Isaac, I moved to Bondi. Isaac's hostel. After Isaac's hostel, I moved
Carandiru.
Carandiru.
It's a jail. Carandiru is a jail in Brazil, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he used to say
Yeah,
like Isaac's
yeah.
house is a Carandiru.
Oh,
jail.
really? Why?
It's so
Like,
bad.
I was living in a place with another 100 guys in the same house.
Oh, yeah, you told me that.
But with 2 rooms. So 51 room, 50 another room. But like in Matheus, he was the next guy leaving Chimpany
Yeah.
after me.
After him
Ah.
left, I was living there.
You were there.
Yeah.
And that's how you two met, right?
Yeah.
No, actually,
No.
I met him through Cornelius because exactly he
Before, bro. You went to the house there.
Did I?
Yeah, I also showed you my GoPro. Like, I have a video recorded. I was showing you were like, oh, but there's a GoPro. Can you show me how does it work? That was the first time you went there.
Yeah.
With me living. And I saw you there. I was like, he's he going? And then I saw it Grenadier like ages after.
Yeah, exactly. Was
And you're like, hey, I know you.
Yeah.
You started talking.
Yeah.
But in Bondi, like after I lived in Chippendale, I moved to Bondi just to get like the feeling, the vibe, like different area.
How was for you?
Living by the beach.
It?
Well, I enjoy, but the thing is, I'm not a beach person, you know. So I just decided to move out because my main job was Cornelius at the time, and then was in the city, and then it was taking me like a while to from Bondi to Cornelius in the city, and then for me it's pointless to live by the beach.
Yes.
One, because I'm not a beach person, mate. Like I barely go to the beach. Well, like both of us, like
Yeah.
barely go. Yeah, like she does.
Do you guys plan to live together here? Like, bro, just rent a house and do everything.
They're gonna buy a house.
Yeah, actually, but
Before you buy a house.
no, okay, we're in the stage that if you can save now, let's save. Like we're living with her parents.
It takes out that
Yeah.
little bit of an extra cost of.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
we're living with her father, so he's pretty like reasonable. Like he's a bit systematic, but he's a good person, you know. he's a good person, like him. And then yeah, there's no reason for us, like I said,
To
like,
left.
why should I fork out some like unnecessary money if you can like
Save
leave
some
her,
money
yeah,
to
save-
get
by
something
living
better.
with her father, you know. So nice house, and then he doesn't complain. We get along.
Usually.
Yeah.
Usually.
Yeah, I get along with him pretty easy, and then I appreciated Emily because she brought me into.
Because she
her-
makes food for you.
Yeah, like that. Very important point.
and she let me like get into her privacy because like before she was living in her single room, and now we are sharing her room with me. Like,
And I have to kick him out of the bed most nights.
Yeah.
And he just like, move over.
and they have to kick your butt.
How was
Quite
your
aggressive.
first date? Like really?
It was really
Well, my
good.
love. It was in
We were in Willow Creek.
close to Ole Creek. Yeah,
Yeah.
there was a restaurant close to Ole Creek. Yeah.
What is the
and then,
name?
What is the name there?
I don't even
It was
remember.
a really fancy
It
restaurant.
was a
there.
fancy restaurant, but I don't remember the name of it. And
Yeah.
all I remember is that we were just talking the whole time, and they pretty much kicked us out because we were like,
You forgot to order.
no, we actually, you know what? The lady did, because we were talking so much, the lady came around and said, "Are you guys ready to order yet?" Like, I think 2 times or something. And we were like, "Oh, yeah, we haven't even looked at the menu yet."
Ah.
And by the time we were like finished dinner, we were just talking, sitting around talking. And I
then
think it got to the point where we're like, "Oh, we probably should leave because it looks like they're closed."
Yeah.
And you left, and you kept talking like until like 3 a.m. You know what I'm saying? talk. A lot of talking. I told her it's not easy to like
To have this sexy body, you gotta talk, bro.
This monument, like no.
There's more to me than my sexy body. That's what you were telling me. I'm a smooth talker.
I'm joking. Yeah, so that's our first date, and then after that we kept seeing each other, seeing, and now.
The rest is
How,
history.
how long have you been living together for, darling? 5 months, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 5
Since
months.
November. It's gone very quick.
It's gone
mostly-
pretty quick, eh?
mostly.
Oh yeah.
Mostly.
Fucking hell. Have you been to Bodhi's?
To where?
Bodhi's. He's a restaurant at like, do you know Cathedral? Right under the cathedral. Like they have a parking.
Oh,
They have a parking spot, and next to the parking spot is a vegan restaurant. So good. So good. I
Really?
promise you, everything there is vegan.
yeah.
It's really fancy and really
Bodhi's.
good. Go, take it.
We should try it.
I'll sell
Try
it.
it.
Please, honestly, trust me,
Bodhi's.
it's really good. Bodhi's. Bodhis maybe.
Bodhi's.
I
Okay.
was telling her, I
I'm gonna
think
look it
neither of us can be vegan. I think, like, because she loves bacon, and so do I.
But bro,
and,
it's not.
like, so good.
It's not about having meat. It's about the taste. Please.
I want to
Go for the taste.
I
No.
don't like I said before. I think we were on the break, and I said, "Oh, there was like this vegan stuff that I found in Coles, and I didn't realize it was vegan. I thought it was meat, and it looks like meat. It tasted like meat, and it took my friend to tell me that it was vegan, and I'm like, oh, I would never have guessed because it just tastes so good.
When you go, have dumplings. Have a mix of dumplings. Really good dumplings.
Yum.
They have a duck meat. I think
So good.
it's so good.
Duck meat?
Really.
But
It's
is it?
so
It's vegan.
good. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Duck.
Like I swear to God, it's really good.
Duck is
It's really
vegan.
good.
No, bro.
No,
No,
but they
no.
make it be vegan.
Fake duck
Wait,
meat.
Yeah.
Fake.
Like
duck
fake
meat.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really good. I promise you. You know, you don't look interested. You don't sound interested.
I
but I promise you. He's like, but like, I promise, Augusto. I promise you.
No, have you tried duck, but no fake duck meat.
All right, when you go, you try
I
it.
want to go. It's something different, and I haven't never been to a vegan restaurant.
Ooh.
So-
And I give it the best tip. I give it
And
the best.
I will give a shout out to you when I see how good the food is.
Hey, please let me know. Let me know
I
what you
will.
what you're thinking about.
Have you ever tried like other type of food or only because before I met her, the only thing that was
You were eating was
Yeah.
barbecue.
was double cocoa powder, no pizza.
You should have seen how bad in Maryland he was eating so bad. It was like fixing up a train wreck. I'm like,
Oh my god.
you are like literally it was just Coke, Nutella, it was garlic bread, it was
So
just
health,
beans and
so
rice.
To keep his muscles out.
And I'm like, how do you look like this and you eat like this? You eat like shit. I'm like,
Yeah,
I've got to
but
step in and do
then
something.
since we started dating, she has dragged me to a bunch of restaurants like Japanese,
Getting new,
Thai
tasting new
food, like Indian food, like any. So have you guys tried like Chinese food, for example? It's really good actually. We have tried what? Yamcha.
Yumcha.
So
Yum cha.
good, man.
So
Sounds familiar.
Mate, it's so
It's
good.
like a Chinese buffet. It's like all they come around.
Where
It's
about?
like
Where about?
there's so many in
Yeah,
the city.
Chinatown.
If you want to go to, there's
Yeah.
more around, but like if you want to go to Chinatown, actually one of our first dates was Vietnamese food. It was
Oh,
that
yeah.
noodle soup. It
And
was
then
good.
tell them what I said. Tell them.
Did you enjoy it?
Oh, one of my favorite foods. So good.
Oh,
Oh,
and
really?
it
I
was,
think I never
was
tried.
very windy.
You should. It's really good.
My
I've
love,
never
tell
tried.
them what it was very windy.
Okay, so this date was. I
It
thought
was
I
very
was never
fun.
going to hear from him again. I'm like, this is so embarrassing. I had a really bad cold, so I lost my voice, and I sounded like a guy. I sounded so manly. I was like, like, it was
Oh my
like,
God.
it was so bad,
But
and I
why?
could
Serious,
I could hardly talk. I was trying
Wow.
not to talk.
Like, I throw.
In a restaurant?
Yeah, that whole week I was sick, and I just like my voice had completely gone. And when I could talk, I sounded like a man. It's like when I wake up in the morning and I
And you had that really.
husky voice, but it was
Husky
like
voice,
times
yeah.
10. It was times 10. Anyway, so we're walking and talking. At least I looked like a girl. I was kind of dressed up. And we're sitting at this place. So it was a bit weird. But yeah, we were sitting down and I was holding up a menu and it was really windy. And the menu just like went out of my hand and flew into my
Like
face.
seriously, mate. The menu, mate, like was like you know, like
Shredding.
you know, like you get a pie and then it's smashing your face. The menu was like here and then it was straight in her face. Mate, it was very fun. But I had.
Do you have photo of it or video?
I kept the laugh at me because I couldn't laugh at her face. You know, like if it was now, but mate, it was very fun, bro.
And what kind of food was it?
It's
Well, Vietnamese food.
have you tried pho?
Vietnamese? What?
Pho?
No.
It's like it's Vietnamese noodle soup. So it's usually just like glass noodles, like the thick noodles in like
The
broth.
rice ones, like.
Yeah,
The thick
like
ones.
the thick ones, and it's like a broth. It's usually chicken or beef, but you can get like vegetable, and it's like a lot of like leek and leaves. Oh, it's so good. Honestly, if you get
Wow.
a chance, there are so many different options you can have.
I've been really enjoying Thai food lately.
Thai food's the
Thai
Oh,
food's really
so
good.
so
Pet seal, this
Her,
kind
her
of food.
father buys a lot, bro.
a lot of Thai food and Indian food. Have you had Indian food?
Indian, not
Naan
really.
bread,
It's not my
guys.
favorite one, but
Naan
if you
bread.
suggest me something really good out, I
Naan
can try
bread.
it.
It's like garlic bread. It's like cheesy, thick bread,
Onion.
and it's just garlic and cheese.
So good.
It's
know, I know.
really, really nice. And you can get like curries, and you can just dip the bread in. It's like rich sauce and the bread. It's so.
Because like they usually put a lot of seasoning,
See, there's some food is really spicy, but then other food is just.
but tastes like a lot like the season, not the season. The thing they use. What they usually use, cucumber or
They use like a lot of cream and like a lot of tomatoey sort of paste, like
I don't know.
Yeah.
a lot of it's
Yam.
a lot of
Mm.
a lot of
Yummy.
it's like beef and chicken, to be honest. But they have a lot of like vegetable stuff too, which
You
is
should have
really,
tried,
really
mate.
good.
Where did you go there? And it was
went-
not like 3K.
No, the one with Dad that we went to.
Oh, you talk about Thai food or Vietnamese food.
We're talking about Indian food.
Indian food, darling.
Neither of them. right?
Indian food, darling.
See, he never listens to me.
Oh, take her to. Have you tried a Brazilian food here in Australia?
I went to Brazza.
Brazza. All right, nice
And
start.
you know what?
It's a nice
He
start.
hasn't been. I've been.
You've been and he
He
hasn't
hasn't
been.
I
been.
never been to
Bro,
Brazil.
fuck.
Is it good?
Why?
man?
Why I haven't been? I thought you would at first point.
No,
I thought you had
I never
introduced to
been
me.
No, I went a couple of years ago.
It's good. It's expensive.
It's expensive.
It's
Yeah,
not
but-
expensive, bro. $70. Come on, you
It's
have
not,
money.
and
It's
you, get all, and
expensive.
you get all you can eat.
It's all
Pretty
you can
much.
eat.
It's
$70.
not bad.
I don't think
It's a special night, I think.
I don't,
Yeah.
I don't-
I
bro,
don't think
you-
it's that bad.
it's not-
We never
no.
go. It's not like we ever go.
Yeah, you don't go like every.
It's worth
day.
it.
It
It's worth
really
Worth
is
it.
so nice. We're going to go on Valentine's Day. We didn't actually have a plan
Yeah,
when we were
what-
going to go, but they were
Ah.
booked out.
Ah,
They
yeah,
were
those,
completely
they've been
booked
quite
So what
busy.
did you guys do for the
Went
Valentine's Day?
went to Cornelius.
Forget
It's true, man.
his workplace. Why would you go there?
It's everything fucking booked out of it.
Bro, you
There's
ruined
no
it.
fucking choice.
You ruined it. I don't know.
Fucking Cornelius, mate.
What time did you go? 5 p.m. Because I
Like-
was working. I was
Like
working on Valentine's Day
9:30,
last year.
9:30.
9:30
We went
PM.
so late because we honestly were going to go to this sushi place, but we got there and we realized it wasn't really what we were looking for. I'm wearing high heels, and I'm like, I'm
You
planning-
couldn't really walk.
No, I was walking and it was fine, but I was only planning to walk 100 meters down the road. Like, it wasn't much of a walk, and then we realized, oh, this isn't the right place. Like,
For
okay,
booking
we'll
it,
Fuck.
man.
find something else.
Let's go to Grenadiers.
I think we walked about 5 kilometers, at least 5 kilometers around
With the heels on.
Yeah, with around the entire city. Before we were like, oh, so we went to Brazza, we went to a couple of other places,
Yeah.
and then we're like, let's just go to Grenadiers, which was probably another like a kilometer and a half. And I'm like, I can't walk anymore. I need to sit down.
It was this year, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I remember last year you were working at Grenadiers last year. weren't you?
Fuck, was fucking busy.
Oh my god, that was the worst day of my life.
Really?
Like, it was really busy. People were waiting for the food for 2 hours.
Even
They would have been so shitty.
So imagine like you order your food, you have your food on your table, but your partner doesn't. He doesn't have the
Oh,
food.
is that what happened?
It happened
Oh
a
my
lot, a
God.
lot, a lot.
The service there was
Was
actually
it?
this why
Were they understaffed, or was it just they took too many bookings on?
They took too many bookings,
Ah.
and also they had all the stuff with them, all the stuff, 100% of everyone.
Wow.
But like the problem was we have more people than actually
Then-
service to
Then
give.
you could handle.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So like
capacity, like the capacity is like
was over the capacity, definitely.
exactly.
Yeah.
Definitely pre-COVID then.
Yeah, it was in the very
COVID.
beginning. It was in the very
Yeah.
beginning. It was
But
in the very
this
beginning.
year we try like
Yeah, but it was still so busy when we were there. It was 9:30, and you'd think by that time, at least everyone's at least eaten. They might be just sitting down having coffee or dessert, but they've eaten their mains. It was
Oh, man.
busy.
How you didn't work? Like, because you were supposed to be working there. Because you're not working Grenadiers anymore.
No,
huh?
no,
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
that's
wasn't
why.
working.
yeah.
That's why. That's
I'm
why.
working on the factory now. Like I'm quite busy actually there. Like I've been working like Monday to Friday, Saturday, even sometimes Sunday, but it's more likely on every Saturday. So I have no point to find another job at the moment. I might I might start working in a couple of weeks.
Where?
Yeah, like with
Cuba?
with the previous manager of Cornelius, they've I think you haven't met him, and just to get help him and get some extra.
I haven't
money.
met him?
Yeah, you haven't met him. So just to get some extra money and then see because she's busy, she's gonna do her replacement. So maybe how long is gonna last for your
3
replacement?
months.
3 months.
3 months.
And after you're gonna be a new lawyer.
So you in
So no
Dr.
getting
Mary,
it.
I know.
No getting into trouble then.
she's not gonna
Yeah.
defend yourself, buddy.
So now you can
no
have
way.
She's gonna kick
No
my
way,
butt now.
yeah.
She's gonna kick my butt now.
But my dad, he's a lawyer. He was
Oh,
like,
really?
yeah, he was like, if you have a problem, I'm not gonna help you.
Oh,
It's like even if
straight
you
up.
yeah, like
Yeah.
because if
By
you
the way, talk about law and then you got help something. The only reason
he cut me off.
I decided to
He cut me off.
Really?
No.
The
Oh,
only
He cut me off.
reason.
I decided to go to university, which was because in Brazil that if you have got a degree, if you end up going to the jail, you get your private jail. That's
So
it.
you were thinking about going to jail
Yeah.
when you were at uni.
Okay,
I love your thoughts.
You don't know what's gonna happen.
I love your thoughts.
That's how really pre-planned your life
Yeah.
very well.
We need to have always to have.
So why would you
a
actually
plan
go to
B.
jail? Tell me what were your thoughts about that?
Well,
Your reasons.
too hot. I don't know.
well.
It's a crime. You're not saying that.
You have to like push all the girls off here, huh?
You're not saying that. You're not. I'm joking.
But you're
No,
never drinking.
seriously, mate.
You can have a domestic jail, buddy.
Shit can happen. Like sometimes
Just don't make them happy.
you can get arrested by mistake. It's happened.
Don't make them
Ah,
happy.
yeah, arrested by mistake.
There was one of the reasons.
You got caught by mistake. How come?
Actually, there was one of the reasons that I decided to go to university. Because I would like to get my own jail. You see, I never go to the
Bro,
jail.
what the fuck are we talking about? Honestly.
No, see, because we talk about lawyer thing, defense.
You want to have your own jail.
I can't get.
Like,
I can't consider it to be.
we got to this point.
You really twisted that conversation in
A
a
lot.
really different
No,
direction.
I can't consider it to be guilt, but okay, no, that's fine. Guilt, no worries. I'll go.
He didn't even defend himself. He didn't even say, no, I didn't do it. Just, yeah, give me my jail cell, mate. No worries.
30 years, no worries. Give me a frigo bar, one TV, and one Corona as well, please. Thank you.
And the paparazzi.
A bit of cheese here.
No, cheddar cheese.
Cheddar.
Large
Yeah, the cheddar cheese. Can you bring me burgers from the best store?
I know one double carapado, no pigs.
You know what?
No pickles.
I think if they were to put you on death, do they have the death penalty?
What?
Do they have
No,
the death
no,
penalty?
no.
I think if they did have the death penalty, your last wish for a meal would be that bloody double
I
quarter
know.
pounder meal. No pickles.
No pickles.
I would be asking, why do I need to do why do I need to study in order to not be death penalty? Like, oh, I'm gonna do medicine, okay. So by now I would be a doctor. You know?
Wow, I'm so attracted to you right now.
Honestly, the things he just said, I could understand 30% of everything he said.
And
How much did you
what it's
understand?
like? This is what it's like living with him.
How much did you understand
and now, like,
About that.
I think
about that 30%?
About that.
I think the next episode is gonna be Augusto, how your relationship is broke, and they're telling me that. I'm gonna say what's because you're a podcast, mate.
We have a cover, the thumbnail with you. How did your relationship, bro? How did you break up with that?
Everything started because of the podcast, SeiLá Podcast in Australia. Blah, blah, blah. No, I'm joking. No, mate, that's actually the only reason. But anyway, she's gonna be a doctor.
A doctor.
The doctor.
No,
She's gonna
not
be a
quite.
lawyer.
A
She's gonna be a lawyer.
Not
very
doctor.
soon,
Doctor,
and-
he's different.
Guys,
Hey, my love, I'm so proud of you, my love. You're gonna be a dog.
So annoying.
we you wanna ask who say I love you first?
I made him do it.
Yeah. Guys.
You made him do it.
Yeah.
How did you do it?
I just didn't do it. I refused. I was like, I'm not saying
Guys,
it.
I'm an angel, guys. I tell you, guys.
Who was the first one?
I told her.
He was the first
He was
one.
the first one.
So how did you do it? How did you get to this point?
Well,
It was very romantic.
yeah, to get to that level, yeah, which is very hard. Good. You did well there. Well done.
Take it. I'm taking
You
it.
kill it.
Good on ya, girl. Good on ya, girl. Good on ya, girl.
Good on
I'm
you.
joking. Because I look at her like, and I found so like I found all I was looking for like a person who like supports me in different ways, and then I knew she wasn't looking like many girls in Brazil like I'm not like you girls what we're talking about.
You girls. You know me.
Every girl in Brazil.
Most of the girls they are looking at how financial the guy is, and then unlike
They look for their pockets.
Yeah,
Yeah,
their pocket.
that's right.
And then, like Emily, she's very.
She look for the
supportive
language, the way you speak.
in the way you speak. Okay, keep that aside.
Besides the way I speak.
And then she's very supportive, and then
Very supportive of your lack of
inner.
very supportive of your lack of
Motherfucker.
English. Yeah, I will support you the whole way.
And then my English things, Emily, she goes, fuck, I'm not gonna pay any English she did anymore. I have Emily, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, so that's the whole reason behind it, huh?
No, and then because
He's saving money instead of
and then
paying a teacher.
actually I found everything that I was looking for in a person. Then
So you didn't answer my question. Who was the first one? All right, you told me that
and
was you. How
then-
did it happen?
And then I look at her. Oh, okay, she's a good girl. And then okay, maybe she deserves my I love you.
Maybe she deserves my love.
And then I look at her, and then I love you. And are you serious? Remember that?
Yeah.
that
I wasn't expecting it.
and I said, I'm
At that
very
point.
serious.
I've never been so serious in my whole life.
And then after.
That's why. How can you not love someone like this? How can you not love someone like this? Yeah. So gross.
You know what? He did that to me in the club
So
the first
gross.
time I met him.
Did he did it first time?
And that was him. He was like,
No, he did it.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
No, he didn't.
And then, bro.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I said
And I was like, oh, I'm so attracted to you. Oh my god.
And by the
I
time
feel
she
so
was
safe.
dying of love for me, if I know that, what can I do there?
He's so convinced of himself. Bro. How bastard.
Yeah, man.
What can he do?
But she made me say, I love you first, mine. She
Why?
made me, yeah. But I think that...
But I didn't understand. How did she make you say?
I didn't make him. But
Like you forced him? Did you push him to say? Like,
she
say.
really grab a gun and
say
then...
you love me.
no, I wouldn't say I made him. I feel like I just wanted him to say it first. Like I was kind of
Insecure of saying.
no, not
before.
insecure. I knew that like obviously the feelings were there both ways, but I was like, I don't want to be the first one to say. Like, what if he doesn't say it back, or like, what if he's not sure about it yet? Like, I didn't want to, you know, I
Be
would have
that
felt
position.
Yeah, yeah. And I know that it goes both ways. He probably felt the same, but someone's got to take
Yeah,
it.
or was-
Someone's got to say it.
Someone's gonna say
Yeah, but Dad,
Thank you.
if I had said at the time, would you eventually or not?
I did.
Or do you no? Like I mean, if I had said
No, if you hadn't said,
Yeah, I would have because I was like,
Oh,
like,
someone
guy's
has to say one
taking his time.
yeah, so she made me say first.
So when I
and-
say I made him, I didn't like put a gun to his head and say,
Look.
say you love me.
Saying.
like you were checking who had more pride.
Yeah, and that's I win in that department.
Yeah.
You wanted.
Ah, she won it, bro.
Mas me gonna ir another department Yeah, so
You're gonna lose this fight one day.
and then since then our relationship have been so healthy. Like I think you matching in like several ways in terms of looking at the future. Stay here, like she's very easygoing. I'm very easygoing. She cooks when she when she
Really
can.
important
I
point.
cook when I can, and then
When you want to.
when I want to, and then like she has been take care of me. I have been take care of her. Yeah, and then I think my relationship, my relationship compared to other relationships that I can see, like
It's a dream.
Yeah, no, our relationship is very healthy, isn't it? What do you reckon?
The best.
Yeah. So
The best.
always make a laugh and we like make jokes. Like
I laugh at him. I don't laugh at his jokes.
Yeah, it's different. It's different cuts.
I say a lot of shit as you guys can see, but
Oh yeah.
she doesn't take to the heart. You know, she always
It doesn't stick to the heart. Oh, of course, bro. No one can take you seriously. Like, come on, it's all goes to.
You say some stuff and I'm like, how? Who takes you seriously?
He's real now, you know.
It's real.
Yeah, but but she made me to say I love her first. Yeah,
That's how it ended up.
Yeah.
and
And then when he said he loved you, you said you love him straight away
Yeah,
as well.
I
no,
did.
what? I haven't even finished the phrase. Then I love you too, Augusto. See that?
That is not what happened, and you know it. Yeah, I was waiting for him to say. I knew exactly when he was going to say it, and I was completely prepared at that exact moment. Exactly what happened.
What was the moment?
Was when you come back from your mama's place,
Yeah,
in Central
we
Coast.
just wanted to see my mom.
Yeah, I went to her mom, and then I finally at the time I met her mom. Like had met her dad already, and then I met her mom, and then she's a really lovely lady. I think she likes me. I really like her. And I could see like, oh, okay, I met her father, I met her mom, and then like both nice people. Like they are not like they both don't smoke, both don't do this. Nothing against to whoever smoke, but you know what I'm saying.
I think he's talking straight
Bro,
to you.
like, oh my god, what are you saying?
No, but I mean.
I understand. I know what you
I
mean.
got
mean,
it, we
like,
got
yeah,
it.
you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah, quite
Some-
If you guys don't understand me.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Anyway, and then like neither of them are alcoholic person. Like all this.
Hi, your mom, she's not
He's
alcoholic.
fucking drinking, bro.
Your mom, she's not alcoholic. He doesn't like
I mean,
alcohol.
for me, it's not a good quality. You know what I'm saying? Like for my perspective of seeing things, you know. And then yeah, I could see she came from a good family, and then yeah, she's a good person. Of course, I wouldn't like get married to her parents, but like,
Wow.
but you,
Wow.
like,
Wow.
if you-
Surprised.
if you came from like, she hasn't met
Truly
my mom
surprised.
yet. She hasn't met my mom yet, but can you see that my mom, she's a good person.
Your mom's very sweet.
Although I call her fat because it's true. I'm gonna tell her that.
I
You
did not call her fat.
Oh, did you teach your mom something in English to try to talk to her?
Actually,
Because I think it's easier for a mom to learn English than she.
actually, yeah. Both are being talked in.
I just message her in English and she messages me back in Portuguese.
Aw.
So you have to translate.
So cute.
Both to do, actually, it's good for her, so you can pick up some
words
you
in
know,
Portuguese.
She'll put in a translator. Like she won't even read
But she
the
knows.
sentence in
Yeah.
Portuguese.
She
No,
knows.
like
She
você,
know.
você. What does mean você?
You.
You.
Does it?
Yeah.
Você.
I forgot. Yeah.
I forget.
Yeah.
I forget. I forget.
I forget.
Yeah, and then I'll look all of these things, you know, and then parents, mom, brother, her personality, what she's aiming, like for the future, like she's studying, so she's not mucking around with the life.
Oh,
so yeah, so
How did you tell your father, like, I'm dating a Brazilian boy?
yeah, daddy. Yeah.
That's actually, that's kind of, you're not actually far off. I told my dad about you.
Did you?
Yeah, kind of soon after we started dating. And I said, oh, I'm seeing someone at the moment. My dad was like, oh, who is he? How did you meet? And I told him, I said, he's Brazilian. He goes, oh, so he speaks Spanish. I said, no, not quite Portuguese, but close enough. And he's like, how did you meet? And I told him, and he's like, oh, okay. And I said, well, I'd like you to meet him. Can we go out for dinner? Kind of thing. It was very casual, actually.
And where did you go, darling? Where did you go?
Indian food.
No. The first place when I met your daddy. Where did you go?
Cranides.
Again.
Cranides was the first time.
Communities is forget.
Cranides.
But half price, mate. So
I think every time it's Cranides.
Look at Benjamin.
Do you want to go to Cranides? Do you want to go to Cranides?
because I want.
No, she was like, oh, baby, I'm really gonna
I was working
go.
there at the time, so I was half price. So give me,
Take
you
me
can
out
order
for a
as
day.
much as you want. No worries, it's gonna be half price.
I forget. We'll just split the price. It'll be half of the half.
So the bill was $300. No, 100. I paid the bill. No worries, man. Oh gosh, you're a lovely boy. No worries, $150 because
Forget.
And my dad was actually like, the menu's quite expensive. So, yeah, you're spinning it
I
to make...
said, no worries, I paid
I'll
John.
pay it.
Live with daddy.
And then after I made half price because I stopped.
I'm stopped.
Yeah, mate.
Grenadiers made your life here in
It
Australia.
is literally
Like
everything. I even met my Australian mom there. You remember my Australian mom?
Carol.
the Australian mom.
Australian mom.
Who's the Australian mom?
Is a really lovely lady. She's exactly my mom, like my mom. The only difference is my mom is Brazilian. This lady is Australian. That's the only thing.
What do you mean by the
like
exactly
like
the
her
same person?
personality, the way she talks.
Even the way she looks. Like,
Yeah.
she looks like your mom too.
Yeah, she looks like my
Crazy.
mom, and
Wow.
then she goes to the church, and
Your mom, she
my
does
mom
that.
both like my mom, and then this is
Oh,
my
shit.
Oh, yeah.
and then my
Sorry.
Australian
That's
mom.
alright.
Don't
They-
put it.
They push me to go to the church both. So yeah. So I cannot wait for Emily meet my mom as well. Like both are being. And my mom, she cannot wait to meet you, Danny. Seriously.
Oh
mom.
my
can't.
god.
Seriously. My mom, she cannot wait. Oh, Gus, how is going? How is going, Emily? Say hi to Emily. Even like,
Your mom is so sweet.
Aw.
yeah.
My mom,
That's why I want to go to Brazil. That's the main reason is to meet his family.
the family. Yeah, I think the family is the most important thing.
Yeah,
'cause
and
like,
that's what I keep saying. Like, I met everyone except the most
No,
important people.
why am I saying this kind of? Why I'm saying about her mom, her parents? Because Emily, she said one day that if I treat my mom well, which means I'm a good person. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
not me, like in general. Saying.
general.
I have
like-
this as a principle as well. Like
Yeah, it's a principle.
if someone treats her family or
That's what I'm saying.
like family badly,
It's a
They can
reflection
do
on
it worse
yeah,
with you.
Exactly
Yes.
You
right.
know what I mean?
Yes.
Exactly. It's
So
a
like-
red flag
And
straight
then
away.
It's a red flag.
And my mom, she's my best friend, mate. Fuck
Yeah.
yeah. Like
Mhm.
I make jokes with her. Mom, shut up, my God.
You have
Yeah,
a
your
really-
sister's a bitch, man. Come on.
Sister's a bitch,
Yeah.
come on.
We talk we talk a lot. Video call for 50 minutes, an hour,
Mhm.
and then like she's literally my best friend. She's the most important person for me, and then that's why I think Emily she like me because the way I treat my parents
Yeah.
is like
No.
It's the
No,
closeness
it's
of
high
the
level.
family because that's like
Mhm.
one huge thing I look for is like what's the family like? I mean, if you're dating someone that like doesn't get along with their parents, and I'm talking about like there's literally hatred between the family or siblings, and there's just so much conflict, and there's
Yeah, it sucks. Don't
absolutely
you're not gonna go
no
along with
way,
this person.
no
No
way,
way.
because then it's like they're gonna treat me like that. Like if they're treating their
Sooner or later.
mum or their dad like that, how are they gonna treat you?
Mm.
And then
Makes
and one thing, like if you treat your mom or parents like badly, so who we gonna try to like nicely? You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
exactly,
Yes.
exactly.
Your parents is the most important people for you, mate. So if you treat them badly, mate, who you gonna treat nicely? You know.
Yes.
That's my principles.
Describes a lot about yourself, the way you treat people, the way, especially
How
the way
you
you treat
brought
your
up
family.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. And then in particular, Emily, her mom, their relationship is really good. Like they call each other. They talk when I went to her place in Central Coast, like her mom, and then I could see they're very close, you know. And then yeah, I could see Emily. Emily comes from a good family, good education, good everything. So yeah. So apart from her own personality, which was very attractive to me, I want to see in the backstage where did she come from, or you know, all of these things. And then yeah,
From the backstage.
yeah.
From the backstage.
Backstage, what is happening backstage?
Guys, we're almost reaching 2 hours of podcast.
Well done.
We're close to the end.
Yeah, we
5
usually
minutes.
record 2 hours. 2 hours.
Oh
literally.
wow,
Yeah.
Huge.
So,
Yeah.
that went really quickly.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be a movie like in my 3 hours. But
Yeah. 2 hours and
I don't-
I'm really happy that you guys managed to put up with his voice for 3 hours. I give my hat
Oh
off
my
to you.
God.
Seriously, about it.
What was actually funny?
Yeah,
was
but-
actually,
yeah, she
as Augusto says, was actually fun.
It's
What's
actually
funny?
funny.
What's
I've
funny?
actually funny, yeah,
Funny.
Funny.
I've got to actually see the whole thing. I've only seen like little bits where he's teasing me. That's about it.
you know. you know. Say
So, Augusto, do you think you losing a bit of your accent?
No way.
No.
But I think she can explain it
way.
better. Well, if it is microphone, mate, I feel like America. But when I take the microphone off, I feel like a Brazilian again.
I feel like Brazilian again.
I try, but like in the beginning, I was putting some effort into like learning English better in terms of pronunciation. It's gonna, but as I said, like what I've been learning to now, I think is enough. So I can work. I mean, mate.
But don't stop learning, cuz.
Mate, I know,
Keep
but
learning.
I'm working my field, mate. I literally am working my field. I got calls. I got a responsibility. I talk to her mom. I talk to her father. I talk to her over the phone. I did speak. Like all of the situations that I couldn't think of, you know. So I will travel like few countries, and then like I managed to meet people. I managed to make Emily fall in love because I could express my
Very
feelings.
impressive.
Yeah, I could express my feelings in English, like which is like imagine express your feelings in another language, mate.
Yeah,
Would it
I'd
be?
be so confused.
Yeah, it'd be like So yeah, but I think it has improved a little bit, but not the way that like say.
I had these problems in the beginning of my relationship with expressing my
Really?
feelings. Yeah, especially because I
Really?
was learning. Like I was in the very beginning. I was like 6 months here in Australia.
Do you think
And,
that was more like a language or a cultural?
Sorry,
Do you think there was like a language or a cultural sort of?
language
Yeah.
problems. Because like you have many things to say, but you couldn't say. Like you cannot
Yeah,
say because
for
you
sure.
don't know how to
Because
say.
you don't know how to say it,
yeah.
express yourself. Yeah.
Because when you are learning, you have only the simple words in your mind.
Limited vocab.
Yeah, limited vocabulary, exactly. So like I had these problems as well. I was like, how can I say it?
I have all these feelings, but I can't say it.
Yeah,
kind of
yes.
thing.
exactly. And you feel like something is holding your back. You know what I mean?
Mm.
No, sometimes I came across with kind of things, but like in general, like for you to be like him for even her mom sometimes like her mom is completely fluent in English, but sometimes like
She gets stuck on words.
Yeah, she has been living
Yeah.
over 15 years, and then she coming from a really good country, which is Sweden. And then by the time she got here 15 years ago, 17, whatever, no, even longer than
Longer.
yeah, 27,
She's been
30,
here.
yeah.
She's been living here since she was about 22. I think
Yeah.
maybe a bit older.
Because you are 27, you're gonna be
Yeah.
27. So by the time by the time she got here, she was already speaking English. So it's still she got stuck, mate. So mate, I sometimes
You can't get over your mother language like that. Your mother
Yeah.
language is your language. Whatever other language you pick up is never going to be as.
No, as you talked before, like if I was living here for 4 years and still like having difficult to talk, or even like in the podcast, for example, 2 hours talking English, like I would be annoying. I would be upset. Like has many Brazilians, like many Brazilians out there, they be living here for 6 years, and their English is very broken.
They can't speak in English.
Yeah. So by now, now it's fine. I know I'm not 100%, but
Right now it's forget.
yeah, I always forget my. I know.
I think
Facial
to get to the
expressions.
point you can say you learned something, you learned English, is when you can communicate yourself,
Yeah.
right? So
It's not just understanding; it's
Yeah.
being able to say.
it's
something
not
back.
just have 100% of the vocabulary, you know. It's about you can communicate yourself and express maybe feelings, maybe your thoughts or
Some
whatever.
ideas.
Exactly,
yeah.
exactly. And like for business, it's really important when you have a good English, like with your boss, like you
Yeah.
can talk about the plans, the business
Yeah.
plans. You can talk about everything.
Mm.
So
Like
that,
he
that's
was-
more than enough to
He
be
was
honest.
taught me this software, like, hey, like I couldn't even
Mm-hmm.
one day like imagine like I would get to this situation, talk to clients or get deliveries
Mm-hmm.
or learn the machine or like understand the project, how it works. And then I went to a job interview last week, and then Carl, he was a New Zealand guy, and he would explain to me like how it works, plan, and I was understanding. I was replying him back the same way, and then like so this kind of things like.
yeah.
I think I've achieved what I was
Setting out
You were
to
looking
achieve.
for.
yeah,
Same.
yes,
Yeah.
in the
What I was
beginning.
expecting,
Yeah,
yeah.
in the beginning. So,
Amazing.
very good, guys.
Very good, guys.
Well
Very
done.
good.
Very good.
Very
Very-
good.
Anything
Very
else?
smart.
Anything else you'd like to say, my love?
Yeah, for
My
anyone.
God, just look at her eyes.
You're always gonna be looking so good in the camera. I already took good photos of you. I hope you. I'll actually I will send to you today.
Oh, thank you.
Before you
Thank
leave.
That'd be really cool. Thanks, guys. Whoever stuck this out the whole time, the whole way through, I really appreciate it. I hope more of you can come on and
Your
keep
English is
listening.
beautiful.
Thank you. Keep listening to the podcasts. Maybe we can come and do another one.
Oh,
Yeah, of
for
course,
sure,
of
for
course,
sure.
of
We're
course.
gonna do something.
Maybe your dad is coming.
Yeah. I'll try and get my dad on air. That'd be fun. Now you're gonna listen to someone who's really, really Aussie.
I'm gonna need translator.
Or if your mom, imagine you're a mom. Would be cool, eh?
Should be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
We can talk about it. We can talk about it.
Yeah,
talk
like
about it.
down the track. you know.
Podcast in English.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Gonna be amazing.
This is
guys.
this is the second one. So
Oh, really?
The
This is
second one in
the second
English.
Oh, wow.
So we want to bring more and more and more
English-speaking
and more, as much as
people.
we can.
Yeah.
As much as we can. Yeah.
Awesome.
As many as we can actually.
That'd be-
Guys, that's a pleasure. I'll be here again.
Again, bro.
Again. And you're coming again after.
Okay.
And you're gonna come again, bro.
We'll have one with
I
your
gotta come
brother.
hit my brother as well again, guys.
We want to have one with your brother and another one with you and your brother, or maybe just your
That'll be
brother.
fun.
Yeah,
That'll be
yeah.
fun. That'll be good.
Whatever you guys decide, it may happen. No worries.
I
Yeah.
don't know. We will have you over.
Yeah.
So thanks so much everyone for listening up to
2 hours.
2 hours of podcast.
of
Really good. Thanks,
Amazing,
guys.
Is a lot. Do you usually listen to podcasts? Sorry,
Not really.
not
I
really.
don't know, but
I will
actually
now.
She was craving to watch mine, but it's because it was Portuguese. Obviously, she couldn't.
You know what I'm
understand
gonna do? I'm gonna translate every single thing in the podcast.
Please.
Not every single thing, but I'm gonna transfer in English as well. I'm gonna do it for sure.
It's because a lot of work, but the boys gonna get there like amazing equipment, everything, like technology, all of the. So the boys are doing very well.
Yeah,
Good on our boys. Good on our boys.
it's just the beginning. It's just the
Professionals.
beginning.
Amazing, guys.
So-
Thank you so much for coming here.
Yeah, thanks so much for coming up. So yeah, thanks so much, Emily, for coming here. I hope
Thank
you had
you for
enjoyed.
having me
Enjoy.
on. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I hope you had enjoyed.
experience.
Really.
Oh, yeah.
And it was amazing to have this conversation with her. I think there was the
And then
first time I spoke in English with
and
a
then-
Gusto
and then-
for that
Oh,
long.
really?
For that long, yeah.
Oh, wow.
After 10 minutes, finish the podcast. I'm gonna call Martin, Pedro, and Joãozinho. Emily broke up with me. Why, guys?
You should have said that. You should have said this and that.
bro. You should have seen
The immigration knocked my door again. They want to change back to Brazil.
I need to go back to Brazil. I'm not gonna have quarter pounder without pickle.
My double correspondent.
Oh, Emily's cooking. No.
I'm gonna have to cook by myself.
Well done, guys. Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks so much. All right. So if you're watching YouTube, please do not forget to press the like button and subscribe yourself in the channel. But mainly just the like. Click on like.
Just like the video and hit the subscribe button. That's
Yeah,
it, guys.
and
Thank you
that's
so
all
much
we
for
want.
everything.
All right. And if you can also send us a feedback about everything,
About it.
we will love to have. Anyway, thanks
Thank
so
you,
much
guys.
for coming,
You're
for
welcome,
talking
guys.
with
Thank
us,
you
Thanks,
very
guys.
and I hope to have you again for the next time. Right?
Cheers,
You're
man.
really
Cheers.
lovely. You're really lovely. Thank you.
2 hours podcast.